then correcting him saying it was World War I, not 2.
Sounds like your average trip on the internet.
Uh-huh.
Or in a War Thunder fucking forum.
If it was a War Thunder forum, people would have put up the exact schematics used for the bombs for the mustard gas.
And then just
also
highlighted the year of its make on there. Be like, yeah, here you go.
They would have also then just been like, by the way, here's also a in-depth system scan of the Apache helicopter. Unrelated, but I just wanted to put it up.
It's ridiculous that keeps happening. I'm surprised the government hasn't shut down the game itself.
You know what's hilarious? They actually... Have you seen that on government applications now, they ask if you are on any forums or play any games like that?
Yeah.
If you want to work in the government, you now have to tell them whether or not you play War Thunder.
Part of me wonders if they've caught everybody who's been doing it slowly but surely, or if it's just like some 5-star general ass who keeps blaming everybody else.
I mean, they haven't caught everybody. I think they've caught most of the people that did it. But people are still doing it.
I wonder why it's specifically War Thunder.
I don't know.
It's the fucking top war game outside of the Aahana system about people autistically spurging about military rigs.
And, you know, when people start trying to spurg out about ultra realism in Aahana, people are just like, yeah, shut the fuck up, I'm gonna go play a Halo op now. Those are some of my favorite ones. Those and the Warhammer ops. The Warhammer ops, the Halo ops, and the Star Wars ops are my favorite to watch on those. Especially because whenever I see people doing the Halo ops, they're like, oh my god, we're going down! Wait, what's that over there? And they just start blasting a base boosted as the Spartans come in.
The thing that always makes me laugh is the Aahana mod community, and just seeing the fucking batshit insanity there. Like the hardcore roleplay military nerds, but then there's the fucking hardcore Star Wars Battlefront Clone War fuckers, but then there's the Warhammer fuckers, and it's like, Jesus fucking
I think
Christ.
One of the best ones that I just haven't seen a lot of good examples of are there are people that do SCP ops.
Look, let's just remember that Aahana 2 was where DayZ came from.
Mm-hmm.
And that version was still better.
Is Hatter dead?
It might be.
Hatter, ignore your real children. Your fake children are about to be born. They're more important.
They're a clean slate.
Fresh for fucking up.
Load the damn GIF, god damn it!
I have to say this because he's not here and we aren't live yet, but my brain just went, neither of them are really your children anyway, and it was like, no brain. Fucking stop.
Your brain's like, information. It's like, sometimes that information, while technically true, is wrong.
Brain's like, hey, I have joke. No.
Said he was going to early fireworks. So why isn't he here already?
Because we're yelling, and instead of phone notifications, he's hearing. That's right, spammed, it can be fireworks.
It's like fucking Phillies. Phone notification going off comedically timed every time. There's like some bullshit going on. Someone's on the phone. There's like a whole situation. They leave, and his phone just goes, Ultra Instinct note.
Alright, I'm posting the tweet.
Hi, Hatter.
Couldn't find my fucking headphones.
Hatter on your head?
The little, like, earbud headphones. It fell onto my desk.
Hatter.
Oh.
Yes, hello, Dan.
I have to yell at you. You didn't respond at all to the meme I made with you.
When? Where? What?
Fuck it. The shitposting thing. Look, scroll up. I edited Aelin's hair onto a gremlin. Look at the fucking video I made.
Okay, you know what? I saw the other one that you did. I didn't see the one you fucking tagged me in. Wow. I saw the Oswald one.
It's in shitposting, not pics and videos. I only put the other one in pics and videos because it's relevant. That took me
that's fucking
2 fucking hours to make.
Christ, bro, that's awesome.
I'm shocked how well your hairs fit on those characters.
Hey, Shade did a great job.
No, I mean how well it fits on. Like, I don't think she designed it with Aahana's hair for it to fit onto Sun. But yeah, she did do a great job. Also, I just love this little picture under just the gremlin. Oh, that was the most fun part, trying to figure out how to squash and stretch Aelin's hair to fit on that little fucking imp.
Sorry, I was watching.
I've watched it 100 times. I'm not blaming you. You can all blame Raph for the sudden influx of memes for me because he commissioned one. I'm a tumor. Hey, I'm a tumor, man. I'm a tumor.
I was genuinely not expecting a goddamn troll from World of Warcraft in there.
It was like, what can best show the Jamaican accent? Troll.
As opposed to, like, you know, like a fucking reggae beanie or anything like that, you know? Just full-on troll from World of Warcraft.
Well, that's
like,
where
God
you first
damn.
got the fucking tumor from.
You're not wrong.
Also, I'm really proud of the fucking Silas one, despite how... I don't know how the fucking AI tracker keeps... Like, it thought that the number 3 on the whiteboard was that guy's face, and it kept stealing Silas off of him. So how's your guys' New Year's been?
Been alright.
You got some
I just
news
had
for
to-
us later.
I was just upstairs, like, helping the mad dash to make a seafood feast for our dinner and then shoving it down my throat. I ate, like, 2 crabs, a lobster, and 40 shrimp.
Fuck.
Christ.
It was good, too. It was one of those... It was, like, we did it so good, it was one of those things where, like, I always got the full chunk of crab meat out every time. You only fucked up, like, twice.
The ham we made was pretty good, lasted a few days.
Oh, shit, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to buy veggies to make the stock tomorrow. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to wait for the next day off I have. I saved all of the bones and the neck and the drippings from the turkey to make turkey stock.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Are you, though? Are you?
I have cigarettes, Red Bull, and my notes.
Well, none of you are ready for what's going to be happening today, unfortunately.
I have a can of Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream Zero Sugar.
Bro, that shit tastes fucking beautiful.
No, I don't.
They've started selling a lot of the American flavors in just regular stores now. So I can pick them up for like under £7.
Did you have the Strawberries and Cream Dr. Pepper?
It's so nice.
I'm so upset at myself for always being like, I'm not gonna try the zero sugar stuff because it tastes nasty. Meanwhile, it tastes fucking fine and it's 0 calories.
Yeah,
I know it's probably
different
unhealthy
sweetener.
as shit for me and gonna give me cancer, but so is everything else.
Yeah, they say that about red meat too. Still eat steak.
You breathing air? you're gonna get cancer.
You
Right?
exist, therefore you will get cancer. And cancer is just a byproduct of cells existing.
Yeah, at least my cancer scare wasn't real.
Exactly.
God.
There's only one surefire way to prevent cancer, and that's suicide. That's
I
it.
don't know if the hole in my boob is worth it, but at least I know I don't have cancer.
Extra holes are cool. You can store stuff in. Like a penny.
Or snacks from when you're drunk.
Yeah.
They should have just kept going and make it into a piercing, a full boob piercing. You know, one of those things like that goes all the way through.
God,
God.
you're reminding me
People
of
do
that
that.
fucking the teleporte thing where he just has an orc with a full rod through her boobs.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically what happened. It was the same side and everything.
Nah, fuck it. You have people that live their lives to, like, the book of absolute health and die in their 40s of cancer. And people that were born in the 20s, smoked and drank all their lives, died at the ripe old age of 98.
Or are still alive.
Live your life and... Yeah,
It was
do
the
what's gonna make you
preservatives.
smile, and if you die from it...
Wait,
eh,
is the Prince
you
of
enjoyed it.
Darkness still alive? I haven't checked in a while.
Ozzy?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
The preservatives.
Viral
He
now.
is a genetic mutant. He legitimately I'm not even kidding. They sequenced his genome. He metabolizes cocaine. Like, it doesn't affect him negatively. He can take as much cocaine as he wants and has no negative side effects.
I love him.
I wish that they had
Yeah.
I wish that they had gotten DNA samples of Lemmy Kilmeister. I've talked about him before, but like the most veggies he ever ate were potato chips. He fucking drank a whole bottle of Jack and Coke every day. Smoked like 4 packs a day. Did every kind of drug imaginable. Fucked anything on 2 legs. Didn't drink water ever, and yet he was fine. Like, the only health problem he got from his lifestyle was the Coke gave him diabetes, so he switched to screwdrivers. The only concession he ever made to his doctor was, well, he went up to him, he's like, after the 8th encore, I'm kind of feeling out of breath from running around the stage. Do you have any advice? And he says, drink fucking water. Not gonna happen. Put ice in your Jack and Coke. You're on thin ice, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
And,
it's
like-
a shame the Prince of Darkness got Parkin. Of all things, it's gonna kill him.
Yeah. Poor guy.
It's the only thing left that could.
That's fucking true. He's fought off
It's like-
everything else.
It's like fucking Baldur from Norse mythology. It's like, ha, nothing can kill me. Single sprig of mistletoe. Oh no, my one weakness. Just Parkinson is Ozzy's only weakness.
Alright, guys. Who wants to roll the D99?
I will. Most of Oswald's time in this session is going to be being held back by Wrath anyway, so I might as well do this.
Where's my mommy?
Oswald,
Yep.
do you regard any particular choice that... Oh, sorry. Do you regret any particular choice the party made?
That the party made.
Yeah. Do you regret any particular choice the party has made?
Honestly, the party as a whole, no. There are certain individual choices people have made that I didn't agree with, but nothing that I would like. If you told me I had a chance to go back and change anything, it'd be maybe, oh wait, no, I do. Deciding to sleep in that damn house with the Kelpsie.
True. Good call.
That.
Good call. Aahana, do you regret any particular choice that the party made?
Party is made?
Yes.
I don't know if this technically counts, but the entire mess that was the Goblin Village. Somewhere in there is a regretful choice we all made.
All right. Do you have any idea or to narrow it down at all? What particularly just makes you feel regretful?
I feel like we all kind of quickly succumbed to the Aldronga.
So just the regret of fucking being too willing to get into it.
Yeah, we all kind of just filed pretty quick.
and then started tearing each other apart the moment that any sort of weakness was shown. Poor Aelin.
Here I thought your biggest regret of the party was going to be letting you tag along and not insisting you leave and not having to deal with it anymore.
Sadly enough, Heroes has put me on my path, and I must walk it.
You don't question a Valkyrie's judgment on that. She does what she needs to.
My biggest regret is that the party formed and therefore Sahara sent me into them.
Wilk, do you have any? Do you regret any particular choice the party has made?
Taking that damn contract to get Elenthiel's child started this whole mess. I was supposed to be a slayer, okay? I was supposed to go on my own little solo adventures occasionally with friends and hunt monsters. But no, I have wings and I'm saving the fucking world.
Yeah, but do you regret that?
I mean, a little bit. I definitely don't like working this hard. I don't know if I'd be happier if I wasn't.
Well, do you have anything that you actually fully regret? Like that the party, any choices the party has made as a whole?
Letting anybody without dark vision take watch in the middle of the night.
Alright.
Happened more than once, and we should have learned the lesson with Dwayne.
Sorry, just hearing this, like, heartfelt thing. Meanwhile, a message from Philly pops up. Someone wrote pussy on the break room table.
Damn it.
Aelin,
Hey.
do you regret any particular choice the party has made?
Nah, not really.
Not even
Not really.
whenever everyone was kind of against you during the Eldronga and Blue was causing the shitstorm and threatening to leave? Nothing? No?
I did try and kill the guy. He had good reason.
You had good reason too.
Well, a good reason to me is a bad reason to him.
Was the Aldronga came to him, went, "Hey, kill this guy." He was like, "Sweet, sure."
Well, that's
Sweet,
because
I bet.
remember, you guys keep forgetting this. Right before that, it looked like the kobold had tried to kill him by killing Lila.
Hey, but I could have stopped and asked for an explanation. But instead, no.
I mean, your health,
You know,
your safety was
gotta
on
be
the line,
stopped.
and so was Lila. I mean, I don't think anyone here has ever not succumbed to their emotions on a situation like that. We can't.
Hey, we're
you can-
very emotional
easy
about
to
it.
But we still
throw
have to take the
judgment.
shit for it.
Oh yeah, it's easy to throw judgment whenever you think that you haven't, but at the same time, what I think he did there was completely in line for his character and why, and just how fucking horrible that whole situation was. I personally think that all played out really well.
We never said it wasn't in character. We just said he was being a dick, which is his character.
No, you guys actually thought he was semantics. You guys were all stressed, and I played
Yeah,
that
we
a
were
little
all-
too well.
We were all being like dominated by a extra-dimensional evil octopus thing.
I
like
just
the
was
right
wondering if
person saying
Aelin regretted that whole situation because, like, that was all. He was the weak point. I played hard into it, and you guys fell for it. You know,
My favorite
Yeah,
part
Absolutely
about
no regrets.
that is true. You don't really regret much, do you?
My favorite part about it was I was trying to defend him and be like, guys, the fucking broodmother is a bitch. We gotta stay strong about this. And then I looked at Aelin and asked, what did she promise you? And you're like, fucking nothing. I was like, I'm gonna fucking hit him. And then I had to get restrained.
Ah, fucking goddammit.
what did the broodmother promise you to try and kill Red, to try and kill Blue, or whatever the hell, Sharir?
Sure.
It's like, oh, she promised me I could kill Sharir if I killed Sharir.
Better get away with it.
Right before
Wow.
this, though,
Deep
fucking
breath
Lila
in.
was down. It was a whole thing.
Just
Right.
like fucking Wilk, deep breath in, deep breath out.
Gets restrained by army of goblins in Oswald.
Well, I have something very special for you all.
I don't want it to be special.
Why not?
Well, you're getting special.
You're not my real dad.
I could be.
Switching the overlay over.
I don't
could
think
be
you're
your
old
daddy.
enough for that, Hatter.
That timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff.
Oh, you're not the doctor.
You don't know that.
I mean, he's from Britain, close enough.
Yeah. And I have a cool hat. It's not a fez, but
And he causes incredible casualties and frustration everywhere he goes.
Sounds make America great again.
Why do you have that?
My ex went to America, brought it back, thinking I'd like it, and I was like, okay, hey, I'll take it.
I mean, just put a teacup on it and it's just like, yeah,
I
make
don't know.
America British again.
I don't
Yes,
know if
exactly.
that's insulting you or not. Like, my ex went across the pond and she saw a hat and went, and brought it back. Why?
Because, moving on.
All right, everyone.
anyone
Normally, we would go
watching,
straight
I'd
into the
support MAGA.
action. However, it is a new year. And as you guys have been such good little beans working so hard, the Fates have decided to gift you something.
Oh god.
I like being a good bean.
Whoa, it moves.
I'm way too zoomed in for that.
Me too.
My eyes! The pixels! There
Yeah.
we go.
It's sick.
What was happening? It looks really nice though.
You
Yeah.
are all standing in a plane amidst a swirling mass of stars in this night sky. In fact, those of you that are good at tracking can even pick out some of the constellations you've seen before. You're clearly in the space between worlds. You all see each other, actually. And while, sure, things recently have happened and made things, for some people, including Oswald, a little bit stressful, you're feeling calm in this space. How do you guys respond to each other?
For the first frame of existence here, he does the fucking caveman, and then calm sits in and he's just slightly confused. That's happening. Did Silas do something?
I don't think so.
I don't think this was Silas.
Where the fuck are me wives?
Looks over at Wilk. Is this
Oh.
maybe fate or destiny?
It might be. Is this where that voice that does the intro comes in every time?
Not yet. Before you, a star seems to be getting closer. The darkness between the stars is forming into a shape. For each of you, it is different. It is reminiscent of a creature that is one of your favorites. A bear, a dog, cat, wolf, perhaps. Its coat is long, drawn out. It has golden markings down its side. And its tail, even if the creature would have had a smaller tail, bird, anything, it is long, tangled in what looks to be a lamp that is sort of trailing behind it. Its back is riddled with spears, broken arrows, broken swords. Its face mournful. And as it approaches you, and you guys look upon fate itself, it asks you, as a group, if you have one question, ask it now, and they will answer.
I know exactly what I want to ask. We should discuss this, right?
Yeah, I
You
just,
guys,
I just
yeah.
grab,
Feel free.
I grab Aelin and I grab Wilk and I drag them over to Aahana like huddle, huddle, huddle.
Yep, yeah. Did you guys see Dig too?
Pointing at fate. I don't care that you have magic that's making me calm. I'm a neurotic son of a bitch.
Fate does not respond or react to your guys' huddle. He doesn't seem to care.
Well,
Do we have
suppose
to
we
unfuck
should
Silas's
all decide
situation,
what's the most
or-
important thing to figure out.
How to stop Doomful. We have an idea of how to stop Silas, which is peace.
Yeah.
But that's
How
only
to
a
break the
temporary
cycle.
stopgap. Yeah, how to break the cycle, how to unfuck Silas's situation.
If it's
Yeah.
even possible. Because
I mean,
if he just tells us it isn't, what do we do then?
I think the thing you said was that he said that they could find another person to take over for him or something, or I don't know.
Wilk shrugs at that.
Everything else, like we can stop. I believe we can stop Doomful. Like Zach, he said he knows how, right?
Well, we'd have to weaken him. How do you weaken a creator without, whatever power Silas, who is on par with the power of a creator, has?
Shrugs and says, hit him a lot?
The traditional idea would be an unfathomably powerful army, which would be countless amounts of death. We need something different.
I suppose if we could get Silas on our side, maybe he could weaken Doomful.
Yeah, but I imagine if we fix the situation, he's no longer the destroyer and no longer, like, horrifically powerful.
I think that depends on how we fix the situation.
Fair.
Aelin, what was the question you wanted to ask?
See, Oswald asked it.
Ah,
How do we unfuck me father's situation? Or could I take his place?
No. You have to be there for your
Fuck
kids.
you then.
Does it need?
Ah, they have
the
you.
question is, do we want it to be a more specific question? Like, do we want to say instead of, how can we unfuck destruction and pieces situation, more like, can we wish peace to stop dying when she's prolonged to destruction?
Should we instead ask why they actually did it? Like, I understand the purpose of the system, more like why did they put the system in place that way?
That might be
But I guess-
important to know.
We already got told that it's basically because of free will. Peace just ended up not liking the destruction.
Well, it's also keep in mind that the world itself always had that balance between seasons. The circles have smaller circles within them, and obviously at the end of a wildfire, new life springs forth from all the nutrients of all the burnt wood and everything involved.
Should we ask if they can make Silas's ability an active ability instead of a passive ability where he can just turn it on and off?
Hmm.
Then again, he said he basically wants to die, right? He wants to break the cycle and not have to live forever. Looking at
No, he just doesn't want to live forever without me ma.
fair.
He'd be quite happy being completely immortal so long as she was with him.
I'm assuming you, but we can find many ways to make you immortal. You could just pick up primalism or something.
If he's got her, he won't need me.
I suppose we could just simply ask then if it's possible to break the cycle without destroying reality. And if the answer is a simple yes, sure, we don't know exactly how yet, but I suppose we could also just ask how, and worst comes to worst, they say
Instead,
can't.
we ask, how do we break the cycle without destroying reality?
Yeah, that would be a better idea. But then... let's
But
just
there's a
put it on, like,
chance.
a method
Well,
beyond
you
your
said
power.
was it either fate or destiny that really just wanted us to kill Silas?
Destiny. Fate's the one that suggested speaking with him.
All right. So, this is. Which one is this?
This is fate. The spears in the back and the lantern, exactly as Fenris described it, but in the form of
So
something
there's a
favorable.
chance that if there's another way to break the cycle without like just straight up killing Silas, fate would actually tell us
We could ask
instead of
how
like
would
trying
fate...
to like strong arm us.
We could ask you, like, if fate was in our position, how would they fix the problem?
I don't-
I think we should keep it simple with the how.
Yeah. Even if they give a vague one-word response.
If they say peace,
I have
I don't care
experience
that
with
it's...
this with Scheherazade, so we can decipher it.
if it just says peace, I don't care that it's fate. I'm smacking it.
There is no jokes, there is no gall here. This is going to be straightforward for us, at the very least, in the plainest of ways. Just remember that. They aren't going to try to be vague. It's only the creators that will be vague on their behalf, and for the sake of our heads exploding.
I was gonna say, they're the ones who made the creators. They made them vague.
I mean, you have no way of determining if they're gonna be vague with it or not.
You're right. So who wants to ask?
I mean, does it matter who asks?
I just said who wants to ask.
Wilk should do it. He's been the face of the group.
I mean, maybe. What exactly do we want me to ask then, word for word?
How do we break Silas's cycle without destroying the universe? And, well, how do we break the cycle of peace and destruction without ruining the universe or peace and destruction?
I look around, is everybody in agreement?
Wait, are we sure that that's his name or is that just what he is? Let's just say Silas in peace.
Aelin nods.
Type it to me just in case.
Okay, I'm gonna type it out.
I'll look over, see if Aahana is nodded in agreement.
I mean, yeah. Might as well.
Alright, unhuddle.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to format it.
And
Nope,
Peach.
not Peach. Without. Look, fuck off.
Alright.
My hands are
As-
covered in crabs still.
As we unhuddle, I look to Fate and I say, well, that is our question. If you would have me repeat it, I will.
In your words.
How do we break the cycle of silence and peace without destroying the world, peace, or destruction, or balance?
There can be no peace without destruction, no happiness without pain. True happiness and peace without a balancer becomes stagnation. Destruction is required. The cycle cannot be broken. What you can do is help him to come to terms with this. Peace has long since accepted her fate. She's not unhappy. However, she needs to pass on for there to be a time of destruction so that there can be further growth and renewal. Is that all?
I believe so.
With that, he stands up and just slowly walks away, his head low. He looks unhappy. And as he fades into the distance, there's a sparkle of another star as it starts to gallop towards you all. A bright crimson glowing creature, once again mirroring the favorite animal of each of all of you. You all see this differently, but each one has a tree, a branch even, for smaller creatures, growing out of its back, twisting around in an elegant sort of tree lamp. Its leaves are fluttering golden. The runes on this creature are also golden, and she has a much more chipper and upbeat personality as she walks up to you all, sits down, and smiles. You've done so well. Maybe not in the way I would have wanted, but you are on the right path. Ask for one boon.
For the entire group?
Yes.
Are we huddling again, Oswald?
Grabbing you already. Setting aside short-term goals like finding out where in the fuck my mother is. I think you all know what my vote would be for.
Who the fuck is that?
Either life or destiny.
That's destiny.
Right. Alright, thank you. I don't know these things.
I don't either. I'm making an educated guess based on trees.
What exactly do we think there are limits to this boon? Because I'm assuming if there isn't, you probably want to wish for the spirits to come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would that be a boon for the party? I don't think that's what they are intending.
Yeah,
I
that's,
think
that's
there's-
I
the
mean, it
problem.
would make all our lives easier.
Boon
you
is
mean, like,
slightly vague.
Yeah, a boon that we can all agree on. I'm just saying that's my vote. I'm not saying do this. We can find another way.
Isn't that one of our goals?
That's my goal.
Aye, but that's what I mean. Like, that's the whole reason we're on this fucking
Well, we're on this.
ceremonial
We're on this.
adventure.
We're on this quest to get. So the spirits are separate from Elendil. Elendil wants his child back, which I thought might be a road to getting the spirits back, but I'm not sure if he'd be able to bring them all back. Like, my goal is bring Vulture back, but I'm not going to be selfish to say just Vulture. So that's why I'm out here. Obviously, once this happens, I'm not going to just fuck off and go away. I'm with you guys till the end, but
Relax, Oswald.
look, I just met.
We're
Fate and
under,
Destiny.
we're
I'm a
under,
little
we're
hyped.
under a calm emotions spell, and you're still freaking out.
I
Yeah,
am a
that's
neurotic
actually him.
motherfucker.
He's a very tense creature.
That's
I don't think
actually
he has
him,
any
I think.
common.
This one's more excitement.
That being said, there's many things we could ask for that could benefit us greatly as a team. Something revolving around unity, telepathy, always knowing where the others are, things like that.
What about the ability? Anyone, not
Nope.
just each other.
I
the
think
ability
they
for-
censored you. Say it again.
The ability for Hatter's microphone to work.
Wilk's coming out for me too, though. So
Okay,
Weird.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
yes.
Fucking cheap Chinese. What did I say?
We
I-
don't,
we don't know.
Hi. I was asking myself. What about the ability to know where anyone is? Say once a day. That way we could. Wait, does Aelin know that Oswald's mom's gone?
No.
Forget I
That
said
was the way.
anything.
You're probably sitting there going like, where the fuck is... Well, I imagine whoever's up there as a midwife is probably like, where'd the bird go?
As far as I
Who's
know,
supposed to
this
help?
has to be a group benefit. Something when we're all together.
I mean,
I mean, should we just ask? They didn't say we have, like, gestures.
hey, ask what the limitations are.
Yeah, if there's any.
Does it have to be something that benefits the whole group or just something we all agree on?
Something you all agree on.
We'd ask that. We could ask to uncorrupt Doom Thul. So, I feel like we don't need this for that. And out of game, I,
think
don't
I
want to.
kind of
I don't want to
agree.
end the BBEG.
You know, to bring back all the fucking spirits. Is that what they're called? Thank
Yeah.
you. Jeez. Sorry, I'm waiting for that Red Bull to kick in.
The ability is already within our grasp, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought, aren't we? Shouldn't we
been-
most likely get a wish from Ellen Therial?
That is the heavy hint that I got from my own personal dream.
I just wasn't sure if Ellen Therial would have the power to bring all the spirits back or just Vulture.
My children all have the ability to do that. Ellen Therial created the spirits to begin
Oh.
with.
Okay, I know he had the ability to. I just didn't think he had the ability to do it quick enough for them to not fade.
I think his only issue right now is that he's losing his mind because his child has been kidnapped.
Yeah, you know what? We don't really need to huddle. I wanted us to huddle before so we didn't accidentally ask like a clarifying question. Like,
We're not evil. If
Take-
you wish to
take a step
talk,
back.
we can talk.
Say you're not fecking.
Aelin, you be polite to your grandparent?
True. It is nice to see you, grandson.
Okay, I'm
This is
disturbed
just
enough. Let's not say that.
Actually, this is actually just Oswald laughing.
Okay, we cannot afford the amount of therapy I'm going to
You
need after this
clearly
adventure.
take after me with how feisty you are.
Oh, you shut your mouth!
I like this one. Can I keep him?
No, you can't keep me. Oh, I want to go home.
I think Adrian's taking him when he dies, but we can talk about that another time.
Oh, so my grandson's enslaved one of my grandsons. Good to know.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I mean, I'm
You're-
sure Adrian will let you visit him.
You better.
The life of cosmic entities is a vast one, I see. So,
I'm just reminded once again how tiny I am compared to you three.
I suppose we could also simply ask for the ability. We have knowledge, but do we have the ability to stop the Unthul, handle Silas, though that's gonna be completely relevant on other issues.
I could make it easy for you. I could give you knowledge of where to get something. I could just straight up give it to you. What do you want?
Is it weird that I don't want them to just give it to us?
No, it makes perfect sense. If you don't earn it, then you're probably not going to be able to do it anyways.
That is the cycle, isn't it? and worse off. There's no easy way. Do you all think we should ask for that knowledge of what we may get, or how to get it?
I guess we just ask them to tell us where it is, yeah.
Everybody in agreement?
Yeah. What's hunting down a few more things really gonna cost us?
The only other thing I could possibly think of is if we're united in our goal to gain some actual abilities with magic. But that's more of a joke at this point. We can always hire wizards. I suppose that's it. Looking at it, what we're asking is definitely how to stop Duunthul, or at least something to do it with.
I mean, you all
Yeah.
know how to stop him already, but if you wanted to make it easier, I could give you information. Since you don't seem to want to just have it.
Yeah.
Get that.
Alright. My children, Sol and Boss, have both made a weapon that combined can do multiple things, and separate can do them just as well. It really depends on the fighting style of that. However, the weapon is a little bit too powerful, so it's been taken and put under lock and key. The creature that you would need to face in order to gain this weapon that is meant to kill gods, meant to even kill destruction. In fact, I encourage you, please kill him. Kill Silas for me. It'll be so much faster if you just fucking kill him. Thank you. Anyway,
You're not.
so this weapon, also named Sol and Boss, is in the deepest part of the world's soul itself, in that little beautiful forest beneath it. There is a dungeon. And at the end of this dungeon is the creature that is holding the key to this weapon.
So we have to go back to the Underdark.
It's the safest
No,
place
but-
to put it.
I was already planning to go back there.
Now, as I take my leave, it is very nice to talk with you all again. Once again, my last piece of advice. This will all be so much faster if you just kill him. And shit, with that, not even giving him a moment to yell at her, she stands up and bounds away.
Look to the others.
Ma's a dick.
So what did it look like to you all?
A weasel.
That's good. I was worried I was just the only one struggling to keep a straight face as I just watched a deer prance off with a longer tail.
That one had a tree.
Yeah.
The longer tail was the other one.
Mine were
So,
just
I just want to point out,
condors.
before we all get shuffled back to our mortal coils, I was right. The prolonged exposure with destruction and peace is what was killing her.
You did
Yeah.
not. Okay, sure. You guys can think what you want. That's not what she said. They said though.
I think it's more that she's designed to die so that he can go and destroy things. and
Yeah,
get
so the
reincarnated.
balance is kept.
Yeah, but it's not Silas doing it. It's just a timer inside of her.
It can be either way. I don't know. Just you guys didn't. I just want to make sure you guys know that's not what was said. However, I've just remembered that I should allow you to take from stuff I say as you will. My bad. I apologize.
In the end, it doesn't matter. What matters is convincing somebody that that's how it's going to happen.
I am curious as to what the others saw it as myself, but that's just me. What do you guys see?
Oswald sold them both as different kinds of vultures.
Aahana?
Well, I've already said her favorite animal is a flying cat, like Scheherazade, so...
So basically,
Dude,
mini
yeah.
Scheherazade's.
Yeah.
Well, I thought these were giant. I thought these were galaxy-sized.
Nah, they're big, but not like direwolf sized. You know.
I mean, we're in space. Perspective is all. We could have been like, wow, they're direwolf sized. They keep getting closer and closer.
Oh, that's what I meant when they
Closer.
were sitting in front of you. Direwolf sized. Less impressive than you'd think. All right, we can go into the intro.
Time to go back to trying to break out of Wrath's grip.
Welcome to the legends of Narthuza. Last time in summary at least, our valiant team of Copperclaws finally finished their trek to the Underdark City and world center, Deephaven. Along the way, they enjoyed a magical item tea party of sorts and got to enjoy their first day in the city by walking about, locating places to visit, then losing Aelin to a court steal. The next day, when the party had to find him, they learned Adrian showed up to pick him up due to childbirths. Even worse off, we had to trade Sir Reginald III for several years to regain Aelin and get forcefully portaled back to Emleroth without our drakes or even our trusted companion Deer the Dag. Learning Oswald's mom went missing, he flew into a panic, and the party made the decision, despite protests, to go ask Silas with Sylvanar in tow. Led to his quarters by Fryn and greeted with the spine of a book snapping, it's not looking too enjoyable for anyone. Least of all, Aelin's hands, as that means he'll have to pick 2 wives to hold hands, since that's all the hands he has. Who will he pick?
So, back in the study of Silas.
He also has feet.
I mean, I just imagine what's gonna happen is he's holding Chione and Rose's hands, and then Ruby's got him by the balls.
Why?
No, see,
Oh,
Ruby
but
would
it's
be holding
not.
her wives' hands.
Oh.
Just saying.
Right?
Ruby cares about her wives more than she cares about Aelin.
Yeah.
Look, I had to inspect your balls after the fucking little gremlins nearly destroyed them, alright? I'm a medical practitioner. It's fine for me to refer to your balls.
All right. So as you guys are standing there, and Silas has laid eyes upon Sylvanar for the first time, his eyes widen, and again, there's a moment of panic between you all as the sensation in the room shifts from cold and just distant, and immediately goes into a much more... It's almost like everyone's holding their breath. Because as Sylvanar is staring at this man as well, she's also frozen, and you're not sure why. But as Silas sets the book down, finally leans forward, breaking the stillness, but not the atmosphere, and stands. His eyes don't look away from Sylvanar as he states, "When were you gonna tell me that I had a child?"
I lift up the death mark on my hand. There was a reason I was asking if you felt anything in the house, but I couldn't say much because I'm under promise to her. So I was gonna work with her first, now that we had a parlay together.
This changes everything.
Sylvanar, we didn't get to talk to you about much. A lot of bad things may have come from Silas, but...
Silence! Everyone can no longer speak. This changes everything. You realize that. He stares at the two of you who can't speak suddenly, and he lifts out a hand and gestures to Sylvanar. I created something with her, with... You two need to leave. You can speak again.
We need help, and then we will leave for you to chat.
Sylvanar,
What is it? And Sylvanar looks to you. She looks a little shocked.
are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
I know you've got protectors, but are you going to be okay?
I'll be fine. Do what he says.
Letting Aahana speak to him while I was making sure Sylvanar was good at the same time.
What were you saying, Aahana?
Look, odds are you probably have eyes all over the city, or at least you had eyes on the manor. Do you happen to know if what happened to Oswald's mother?
Why would I have anything to do or know about that woman? What is she? Oswald's the bird, correct?
Yes, she's a vulture.
There was a
kindred.
recent mandate passed through the city. They're going to be... All Kindred have been forced to sign in that they're here, much like changelings.
I
So,
really dislike humans.
and because of that, well, or more the reason behind it, there are whispers, though nothing prominent yet. Many Kindred have started to go missing.
Is it kindred with magical prowess?
No,
Or...
apparently she's finally realized that they're born specifically from spirits, and that they have in themselves an innate magic.
So she was taken by the queen.
Maybe. If you are having trouble finding her, that's the only thing I can think of that might help.
We couldn't divinate her, could we?
The tower is very much
Yeah.
blocked.
She was cut off just like Aelin was when he was under Dark Queen.
There are many creatures that have the ability to block scrying.
What do you mean by divinating, by the way, Aahana?
The literal spell.
That just lets you speak to a deity without question.
No, not divinate. Sorry. What is it called?
Scrying? Scrying, he's counting off on his fingers. Any sort of divination, which scrying is under divination. Basically, most forms of divination magic, there are ways to counter that. And you don't even have to be that powerful to do so.
Well, I did divinate, but you told me the same thing that happened with Aelin was I got told that she couldn't be found.
Yep. I said that it
just
fizzled.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, well, we have to kill the queen then, right? That's what that means?
Just so you know,
Huh?
I am held by my word here. I won't be leaving this house for the next year. Potentially longer if my talks with my daughter, and for the first time he looks away from her and looks at you, Aahana, go any sort of decent. I'm beginning to regret my past choices. I have more to lose than I thought.
Wilk just looks so self-justified suddenly.
Honestly, right now, you're getting some grandchildren from Aelin. All his
What?
kids are in labor.
Would you mind when you go back asking if I'm allowed to go over and see them?
Lifts up speaking stone. Aelin, can you okay Silas visiting the birth of grandchildren? I think he would appreciate that.
Aelin doesn't respond.
Ah, fucking hell. Oh, this place
Aelin is
probably under-
indisposed.
You hear in the distance women screaming.
Ooh.
Slightly deeper scream.
I'll send you a spell. We've
Now,
got a calm
If you
off.
don't mind. He just does a little shooing motion.
Yeah, let's go, Wilk. Thank you for your help.
That's
She
not-
turns and she pats her on the shoulder and goes, "Good luck."
For the first time ever, it was actually a pleasure.
I go
As
to,
you guys shut the door and see Fryn waiting for you.
as I was leaving, I stopped, like gesture towards Sylvanar. No poison. No poison. And I walk off. I don't think it would do anything, he mutters.
So Fryn leads you all out. Once again, it's weird to see this young corpse dressed up in nice things. In fact, she barely looks like a corpse because he's taken the time to put makeup on her so she's less horrifying looking at. Less sunken in the wonders of magic.
Just looking at
Aahana leans over to Will. Does that make it better or worse?
I look over to Aahana. I've never been a fan of necromancy, let alone of very close friends, but I can only hope that as she's not aware of anything like she was before.
No, I mean, does it make it better for you or worse for you that she's now being kind of dressed up like a doll?
There is no good here, if I want me to be perfectly honest. I guess I'd rather her feel comfortable, but I can't really know that, can I?
I get the feeling that's because Aelin said something.
You guys are led to the front door, and as she opens it, for the first time, her eyes lift to Wilk's, and she, in a soft voice, states, "I am comfortable," as she gestures for you to leave.
Just a look. He takes something off his hand, offers it to her.
What is it?
The Ring of Illusion.
Huh?
The Chameleon Ring, which can give a +10 to stealth, but can also let you look like anything around your size.
Why?
just to see if she's aware, takes it, and does something with it to look more like how she might want to.
No, she asked why.
Oh, okay. So if there's anything that can make you more comfortable in the short term, such as appearances, I think this might help.
I don't care about my appearance, but at least he stopped making me hunt people.
Well, if we're lucky, he's being racked with guilt right now as we speak.
I do sense he is in turmoil. I appreciate that. Yeah, have a good day.
Wilk's just standing there staring at her.
Grabs him by the shoulders and slowly starts pushing him away. We have no
As you
time to
guys
lollygag.
Finally if you finally are pushed through the door closes behind you gently. You guys are alone in the courtyard, the semi-unkempt courtyard.
I get you need to process this, Wilk, but we have far too much going on right now. Gently shakes him by the shoulders she's still holding.
Just looks up at you sadly. There's never enough time for me to process anything, is there?
Nope. That's the life.
Wilk! Perception.
All the
By now you guys are walking towards the entrance of the garden, of basically the estate.
opening my sheet.
You have a very strong nose, so... Never mind.
Well, if it's based off of a nose, it's at advantage. Cause
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. With a 21, you catch a whiff of... That smells like Oswald's mother's, like, incense that she kept in her house. It smells like her, like the house. And also, that coppery, that's blood.
Aahana, I think I just caught a whiff of something.
Crap. Follow it. We follow it.
Go, Bloodhound, go!
Where the fuck is Luson? Keeps going. Susie. I think he's up there watching the childbirths happening. Why? Well, no, I was there with Aelin.
Aahana's gonna try and send a message to Oswald. Does it get through?
It should.
Yeah. Oswald, we have a trail. Ask Aelin if Silas can watch the birth of his grandchildren.
Who did it? You just hear who did it immediately. Who did it?
She can't respond. It's sending. No, wait. The stones. Never mind.
You
She's
have
not
stones, yes.
using stones. We don't know. There might be it's most likely the queen. It's 100% the queen.
In the manner, Oswald suddenly relaxes instead of constantly thrashing against Wrath. Does Wrath let him go?
Yeah.
He just calmly walks up to where Aelin is, asks said question.
Oh, so as you walk upstairs, the sound of screaming gets louder. And as you get to the top floor, you actually see the flurry of, like, hooves and claws on the ground. You see what looks to be tiefling, like, maids and also, like, men that are also dressed in, like, scrubs and shit, running back and forth with supplies. It's a fucking fuck fest. They all decided to go into labor at the same time, it seems.
It's so fucking bad that briefly in the chaos, a Tom and Jerry-esque portal opens and you see Fenris chasing the fucking Boozon kid holding a nudie mag through another portal.
To describe, so there's Tom and Jerry level of bullshit going on here. Juxtaposed in there, you know, in the animations that I put up of like Oswald's eyes going into pinpricks, like right before he screams. Like the Jurassic Park raptors, Oswald is just very calmly and smoothly walking in, eyes pinpricks, finds Aelin, walks up.
Aelin, you're currently being crushed by two of the women, most likely Rose and Chione. You've already had at least two of the babies born, but as you know, one of them's triplets, one of them's, twins. It's a whole thing at the moment.
You feel a clawed hand on your shoulder.
Oh, hi, Oswald.
The party wants to know if Silas is allowed to leave his house to come see the kids.
Yeah, sure, whatever, fuck. Ah, my hands!
Walks out. He said okay.
Aahana looks to Wilk. You
Now I
want
need
to send
to
it or
ask you-
should I?
You go ahead. I can't lose this concentration. It's getting faint in that direction, but...
Silas just gets in his head. Go watch your grandchildren be born.
Okay.
Be
That's
free.
all he gets.
And by the way, Oswald does see something else over the stones.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be the queen, do we want her dead, alive, or dead in pieces?
We're about...
She's kidnapping Kindred now for their connection to the spirits, so we want her dead.
In pieces it is. And he just goes to the foyer and starts meditating to equip some abilities.
Okay. So as you guys are moving through the streets, it'd be survival for you, Wilk. Susie's helping you.
Yes, and give me a +2 on top of it. I'm actually good at survival.
Nice.
26.
Woo.
So with a 26, you follow this trail. It seems to be going through the back alleys towards what looks to be like a supply store, like a general market. And that's when you come across a scene. You see bodies on the ground.
First thing I do is my eyes glow. Do I see any... Is there anything living in this area that would be giving off law, chaos, celestial fey
No.
fiends, etc.?
Everything seems to be dead.
So it's just empty. Got it. That's what I needed.
Do you approach?
I give a nod to Aahana. Slowly but surely. I
I'm
start
approaching
walking.
too.
As you guys approach, you see that they are in the Emelroth guard attire. There's about 6 bodies. You see a pair of daggers sticking out of the throat of one of them. You see, like, armor pieces being clawed off of the other, and, like, his chest piece been ripped open and with, like, I don't know, maybe claws? For you, Wilk, you're like, that's a beak. Those are talons. That over there, she used a rock. And then, off to the side, you see a white tail curled around the corner. And then, next to that, a pile of ashes with some glimmering things in it.
I took the fucking knife on the way over.
You took one of the daggers? Okay.
All of them if I can.
Oh, you took both daggers?
Yeah.
Those look like Oswald's mom's daggers.
Yeah, they smell like her too.
What
Does
are you
that mean she
approaching?
kicked ass and saved herself?
I'm approaching the tail first.
It looks to be a Lamia tail. It's curling around the corner into what looks to be a nearby doorway.
And is the glimmering ashes next to it nearby, or closer rather?
No, it's like I said, it's a little bit far away, but like still closer to the tail than it was the rest of the bodies.
Got it.
The area around that is covered in scorch marks.
It's a white tail. I lean down and I sniff it first. Is it familiar?
I mean, it's definitely Lamia.
Well, it's not Zorkitty. I start approaching the shining as I'm following the gruesome scene, the glimmeries.
Oh, so you're not going to follow the tail? What do you follow?
You said it was going into a door. Aahana would probably look in the door.
You see the Lamia king, still alive, breathing barely, collapsed on the floor, his hand on his chest, a dagger sticking out of it. The area around that dagger is black,
Just
like poison's taking him.
just halberd in hand, she's going, Damn it, we need him alive to know what he saw.
He's still alive.
What were you approaching, hun?
If Aahana mentions hey, it's the fucking king, I'd be like, what? And be over there.
No, she just said, oh, we need him alive.
We need who alive? As I'm walking.
It's the Lamia king.
I'm
you just
fucking
see her
sorry.
dragging out a body.
You're dragging him out by his tail.
Yeah.
His long hair is just like, he's covered in grime and dirt and blood. And
She
like,
don't
his
respect
hands
his
are
ass.
charred.
You've been dragged.
No, I know, you're doing what you do what you, yeah, I know you, you're fine.
Rope. Ahana's gonna start trying to tie him up.
Well, he's
You can
currently
feel it.
dying below your fingers, you can feel it.
Yeah.
The
She's gotta-
poison is spreading.
She's gotta try. Well, she can relieve the poison without healing him. Which one
Okay.
is it?
Do you?
I'm approaching with rapier drawn.
Yeah, there we go. Divine intervention. I spend 5 points.
All right. You spend
heals
5
him of
points,
his
and you
poison.
see the poison lessen slightly. It seems to be getting a little bit better. However, his breathing's still ragged. He's getting somehow, despite it all, even though he is a pale white, he's kind of golden, right? He's turning more Zokitty pale, where it's deathly.
I
You're
think
not
this
sure.
is Lamia poison.
They must have. Though it's his mom. What would you expect? Anything less?
You are allowed to do medicine or anything to try to figure out what's going on.
It's okay, I've got this. Susie. And Zach can help with this, but for now, we don't want him healed. Susie? Just plop Susie on his head. Susie is capable to keep him from dying, just outright.
Okay, cool. He'll stop making death saves then.
And negates
Great.
all damage done to him from here on out.
Now what? He's not
You know,
recovering,
I was
so he's not going to
thinking
gain
tie him up.
consciousness. But he's not
But-
dying.
Tail can't really be tied up that well.
Susie looks up at you. I don't think he's going to wake up anytime soon until he's healed. This man's
Okay.
literally dying.
He's the only one that's alive that saw anything. We'd have to hire a cleric, and we're all still fucking poisoned and diseased, mind you, to speak with the dead of any of the guards otherwise. What do you suggest, Aahana? This is your prey.
We can. I don't like this idea, but one of us can try and get him back to the manor. Most likely me, while most likely you keeps tracking what is hopefully Oswald's mom, who saved herself.
What the hell is he doing here, though? Was he visiting Silas, you think? Silas didn't even mention he was here today.
He has his robes on. He has some robes on and what looks to be... Are you searching him at all, Aahana? For weapons or anything?
Well, I was gonna search him before I started dragging him off, so yeah, I guess.
You find a letter. There's no weapons.
A letter, no weapons. Of course he doesn't have weapons.
It has the Emerald seal on it.
No, he was probably here to see the queen. Opens letter.
Bullshit.
The letter itself is stating that she's happy that the glorious king from, the Lamia is looking to help her out in her little thing she's got here, especially on behalf of, his husband. And it was giving him some advice about things that he could do, and is hopefully helping to see him today.
While she's reading that, I'm taking a venom sample.
From Silas?
No, from the king.
Oh, from the king?
Silas isn't there.
Okay. You're not getting anything today.
Damn it. It's just what I thought.
I feel like I should. This is Aahana spot talking. I feel like I should know what his venom is, but I never cared enough to pay attention.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Most Lamia, because of the fact that they're so weak to each other's poison, don't really tell other Lamia what their poison is.
Yeah, but like if Bazooka or like anyone in the Resistance found out and like said it, she was just like, he's not resistant to being stabbed in the chest. So
Kitty would know, but I don't think the Resistance knows.
Aahana, you should listen. We found out what his poison is. A little bitch poison? I don't know. I don't care. I'm a stab.
Aahana, we need to know what venom he has. I have no idea what it could be, but I'm going to look around, find any other clues on him.
That was the clues on him.
Yeah, Wilk doesn't
I'm
know
just
that.
waiting for you to inspect the ashes and find a Oswald fan club badge and a world's best mother mug.
I'm going to go figure out what that glimmering was real quick. Whenever you're ready, my suggestion is...
Glimmering?
The shimmering dust or ashes, whatever it was.
It was just ashes, honey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was glimmering in the ashes, my bad.
And my suggestion, instead of dragging him across the entire square, would be to heal him enough with a knife to his throat. But I'll give you time to make that decision. I'm gonna go investigate the ashes.
It is a body-sized pile of ashes. There seems to be cloth and clothing in there. Some half-burned feathers. A necklace. A ring.
I'm going to take samples of the ashes. I'm going to take the... Well, under risk, as he's reaching down with the bottle and taking the jewelry. Is this like ashes everywhere? Is this like really bad?
What do you mean?
Would it be possible to gather this quickly?
Quickly? I mean, it's not really quickly, but you could take the time to gather the ashes if you want.
I will do so, or at least try to.
So you gather the ashes. You gather the ring, the amulet. As you're gathering the ashes, you are picking out pieces, like whole pieces, scorched, of course, of what looks to be like that was her sash. That was a piece of her tunic, maybe? All of it scorched beyond belief, but you could make out the pattern.
Is there feathers everywhere in this crime scene?
Not well, I mean, there is, so you see crimson feathers all over the place, of course. But you also, like, in this pile, there's burned feathers. In fact, it gives off the heavy smell of burned feathers, which is rather acrid, kind of like hair. The feathers there are to beyond detection. You can't tell what color they are, but the ones around the scene are definitely crimson. The ones that aren't covered in blood and other shit, of course.
Was there scorch marks coming from a direction? I'm guessing from the king's direction.
I mean, across from the doorway where he was in is where this pile of ashes is, and all the scorch marks.
Yeah. After I'm done gathering, I'll make my way back to Aahana.
Aahana, what are you doing?
Debating.
You come back and it's just Aahana hunched over, staring down at him, and Susie glowing on top of his head.
Eyes squinted, just like holding him, like she's trying to not choke him to death.
What do you do, Wilk?
I looked at Aahana. It's been at least 5 to 10 minutes by now, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Aahana,
Yes.
from your own book, we don't have the time to process this. We need to decide this now. What I found was ashes with a lot of Oswald's mother's belongings. Assuming that was her, which there's a pretty good bet it was, she's already gone and already made to ash. But of the slim chance that it wasn't, which will take some time and asking a lot of holy questions to creators that may not be able to even know, he spent his poison on something.
Aahana just puts her hand around the king's throat, takes her halberd. She has it by, like, right underneath the blade, so the staff is pointing out behind her. Just right in his face, and she's going to heal him.
Alright. How much healing are you giving him?
I am casting Cure Wounds. Nick. 12 healing.
So initially, there's a coughing, and the dagger still in his chest, though the skin around is trying to heal. And the little, like, cuts and, like, marks all over him are mending up, and he's a little dazed at the moment. But as he, like, stares up at you, like, just confusion in his face. What? Fuck.
Your Royal Highness, would you be so kind as to tell me what you're doing in this alleyway?
Allie, God, that hurts! Do you mind?
It's staying in you for now. Answer the question.
With a hiss, he misty steps.
Alright. You really want to do this?
Well,
He's already down. He misty stepped to the end of the opposite part of the alleyway where you guys came in. It is your turn to react.
I turn around because
And I do say react because that wasn't reaction.
I know where Susie is at all fucking times, and technically...
Susie's still on top of his head screaming.
Yeah. Susie... I'm gonna have fucking...
I'll escape.
God damn it, I'm sorry. I'm glad I switched my fucking attunement over. I'm gonna Thorn Whip him.
He's out of range for that.
You said end of the alleyway. It's 30 feet.
No, honey. Alleyway is a long alleyway. You guys were at the end of it when you saw these corpses at the very end of it. It's a long alleyway. I'm telling you, he's out of range. 30 feet is not very long.
Well, damn. Well, then... I'm gonna tell Susie to bonk the fuck out of him.
Are you fucking serious?
He's very low. He's low health.
No, I know he is.
We can bring him back to life.
Sit the fuck down! Advantage from surprise round on head, maybe?
Sure. That'll hit.
10 damage and pushes him 5 feet, well, I guess back towards Wilk and Aahana.
Alright. He's still going. And now that it is the top of the round, he's casting Fly, and the snake takes to the air. While he grabs Susie and throws her behind him.
Various primordial
He's going to move his full
curses.
60 feet. You guys are still at the end. It is your turn. It is the top of the round, like I said. It was your reactions, his reaction, and now we're going.
Alright, 1 second. Let me do a thing for you, Aahana. I think it was in this. Ah, it's a bonus action. Well, I'm going to fucking... take off and have Susie cast Control Air on us.
Okay.
I'm going to, thankfully, because,
She'd have to get back to you. So she uses her movement to get to you?
well, it has a range of 300 feet, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so she is going to be using, where is it? Accelerating Gale. Up to 2 allies that you can see within range are enveloped in fast whirlwinds, allowing them to be as swift as the wind for the duration, and they have following benefits. +1 to melee and range attack rolls, and an extra 10 feet of movement speed, and deal an extra d8 wind damage, and all attacks are ranged now as well. The attack reach of your melee is tripled, Aahana. So not only can you move an extra 10 feet, the reach of your glaive
Oh, jeez.
is 30.
E.
So, that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, because I spent my action to dash
Are
to
you going
catch
to be
up.
moving? Okay, so he's 120 feet out. What are you at?
I just now moved 80 feet.
Okay.
So, 35 plus what again?
10.
Okay,
So
so
45 each time.
Yeah. I'll just dodge. I'll dash after him.
Which means he's at the end of your reach. So if he moves past it,
It was her action to dash.
reaction is what I mean.
Okay.
Opportunity attack. I'm just imagining the stick getting longer and longer. I'm sorry, I've been wanting to see this for a while with the glaive.
Is that in for you?
Yeah. I'll just have to opportunity attack once he gets out of my range.
He casts invisibility, greater invisibility. He shimmers out of your sight. And what happens after that, you don't know. It is your guys' actions now.
Oh, Happy New Year, everyone.
I've been here for you.
I will... What is it called? Divine Detection.
You're not picking him up. My boy is neutral.
And concentrating on 2 spells. Fucking mages. Let's see here. I'm going to bonus action perceive with my hearing. He did have clothes and shit on. I'm listening.
He's
for him
also
the slightest
bleeding,
thing.
but alright, hearing, but
Oh,
it's not a bonus action, it's an action to perceive like that. Oh wait, because you're not a Slayer anymore, remember? You don't have that blind fighting tactic shit.
well, I just want to get advantage on anything like I did as Slayer. We were always using our bonus action to make a perception check.
I mean, I guess if you want to try, good luck. You have disadvantage. You're up in the air, it is a blustery day.
15.
With a 15, you're not sure. Especially with hearing. You're not hearing anything. You're hearing Aahana and your wing beats. And you're hearing Susie's. It's not like he had wings, though. Aahana?
Let's see here. I got one last idea, Aahana.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Is that the end of your turns?
Nope, I got one last idea for my action.
What's up?
4th level Scorching Ray to have a chance to hit his invisible ass with disadvantage to hit.
Yep.
Where is it? It was right there. There it is. That's burning.
You better freeze that motherfucker.
Oh, it was the 2nd level spell. I'm so sorry.
What?
There we go.
I mean, the first one hits. I'm gonna guess you're gonna stop then?
I'm not gonna stop.
Oh! He's dead.
Good.
You guys watch as his burning corpse falls from the sky as the invisibility fades. He was further away than you thought. He was almost out of your range. And as he falls and plummets to the ground, turning into ash, and as the ash scatters to the wind, he doesn't even get to hit the ground. He's gone. The king of the Lamia is dead.
Panting is tired, but Wendy's looks to Aahana.
We can't ask him questions because you turned him into ash.
We didn't really have a choice. We couldn't afford him to get away. He's the one that killed Oswald's mom, most likely.
We don't know that.
There's a
For all
massive...
we know, the queen was trying to use him for Lamia's inherent magic. And Oswald's mom, because she's a kindred.
Based off of the way the body was scorched and where the scorch marks likely came from, it was from him.
Maybe wrong time, wrong place, and she was just in a panic? Attacked him? Thought he was part of it? Maybe he tried to help the guards? I don't know what's going on.
We don't know, but congratulations, your rebellion just won.
True!
I would have preferred to ask him questions, but we could not afford to keep him alive.
Long live the rebellion!
Wait, hold the fucking... Looks at Zach. Zach, why didn't you just shoot him?
What? I didn't get asked to do shit.
Ugh.
You guys had this handled, like his little fucking arms are folded. You had this handled.
I mean, he's dead, isn't he? God, I'm gonna do everything for you.
Pointing with 4 arms. He dead! What do you want me to do?
Sun realization.
He dead. Look, see? Shoots some ash. There, I shot him.
Is there any chance, Zach, you have some way to communicate with his soul?
Look at his sheet, but I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
You kind of destroyed anything I could have used for making him into an undead, maybe? Or I guess I could, like... And he just shunks. You just start to see him glow as he gains 10 of his little soul points. That feels good.
God damn it.
We should bring it over and spit it into one of the Harvest Watchers.
We should probably really get out of the air, by the way. I'm suddenly realizing.
Yeah, there's a small commotion going on above you guys. There are people going, oh, what's going on? There are 2 people flying.
Look, if they don't know what a Valkyrie is, that's on them.
You start hearing the grunt and the alarming sound of guards aggroing.
Well, we should get back to the manor. Probably lose those guards.
We're a little bit faster now, too. Start zooming.
We fly off.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
Stop, you violated the law.
Alright, we'll get back to you two. That took a little bit. Oswald! It's been an hour.
So, he's still keeping the lid on his powers just for the last little bit here. Is Adrian still in the room?
Yeah, he's just watching you.
Gonna look over there. I'm assuming he can sense the pure wrath in this little being.
He's smiling.
Do you know if she had any maps of that tower?
He just shakes his head.
He's gonna stand up. He's gonna walk.
And with a small smile, he is actually gonna like lean down a little bit in a very grumbly voice that I am not able to do as a female. He's going to ask, "Do you want me to break you in?"
I don't need help breaking in. I just need to know where to do it.
Oh, do you want me to throw you?
I can fly.
Damn.
Do you want to throw me?
No, it's fine. I just wanted to witness this beautiful little wrath creation get,
I mean,
seen to fruition.
How resistant are you to acid? I could give you a ride.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to scry on you. And you watch as he lifts his hand, and an invisible eye blips into existence over your head for a brief moment, and then it's invisible again.
Do you know where any of your siblings are? Maybe they saw the map.
I mean, you could probably make a deal with greed. He can get his hands on anything, but it would take time.
Points down a hallway quizzically.
Yeah.
Just walks in that direction.
Oswald forgetting we have a way into the tower that the Sea God know about. Adrian, knowing this, deciding not to tell him anyway because it's funnier.
He wants to see him break in, okay?
I don't want to know.
Why are you like this?
Here's the thing. I don't want to know how to break in. I want to know where her room is. I can break in. I need to know where.
So you finally come across a door that has the sigil of greed.
Hold on, let's see.
Come in.
He opens the door.
You see Greed leaning back in his chair reading a book. He's got glasses on the bridge of his skull. He looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, a visitor." And he closes the book, places it down gently, leans forward, and you can sense the smile even if you can't see it. "How may I help you today?"
He closes the door behind him. He's still in the fucking Velociraptor mode.
Yeah, I know.
I need to know where the Queen of Elmoroth's room is.
Top of the tower.
Very top?
Very top.
Is she there
right
now?
below where the airships are.
Do you know if she's there now?
I mean, I could find out, but what are you going to give me?
What do you want? Just takes his bag out. What do you want?
What do you got? Make an offer.
Hands in the fairy dragon wand.
Oh, this will do lovely in my hoard. Very well. And with that, he actually, before your fairy face is a scrying screen that pops into existence, and it shimmers, and it shows currently the Queen of Elmoroth is taking a bath. A bubble bath, looks like. So she's probably close to her room?
Nods, calmly walks back out the door.
Alright. You walk out the door.
He's gonna walk out to the front yard.
Okay.
Is this about when they're flying back?
Not yet. Like I said, it took them a while to track her down and then to take care of the scene and then fight the guy. It's a whole thing. They're probably like an hour and a half out, and it's only been an hour and like 5 minutes.
He's gonna look up at the sky. He's gonna take out the stone. He's gonna say, "I'm about to go kill the queen. Do you want me to wait?"
You guys hear that while you're... I mean... It'd be in the middle of looking through the ashes, Hun, that you got that message.
I'll message him. Yeah, you need to wait. We're handling something very important. The king of the Lamia is here.
I'll be in the front yard. And he just sits down and his every cell is just vibrating. He's gone through the whole like stages of wrath to the quiet anger, back around to the loud, he's cycled like 8 times. And now he's just sitting there vibrating.
You don't hear it, but you sense behind you that Adrian has come to approach you and is sitting down behind you and just relishing in this just field of anger. He's loving it. You two fly in, seeing Adrian sitting behind a vibrating Oswald.
Not normal vibrating either, like every individual feather is shaking.
And on end, he's very fluffy.
He just looks at you with his pinprick eyes.
I'm just looking at him. I'm just like, ugh. King's dead.
Nods slowly.
How's Aelin holding up with Silas there?
I don't know.
Looks up. Lucien starts scurrying out of the building. Telepathy had to get the fuck out.
I imagine you just hear, "Father, I don't understand. Where's the seeds?"
They're not splitting in twain!
Now I know the next edit I need to do.
Father, something that's not a child left them. What the fuck? Aelin, how's the childbirth going?
Aelin, you don't... Like, all you get back, Hun, again, is just this distant screaming.
Messages. Aelin, how's the childbirth going?
You can answer back in 25 words or less.
Screaming.
It's not sending, it's just message.
Screaming.
Oh,
Just
God.
his hands are never going to be able to fight again.
They are currently broken, yes. And they haven't let go. They haven't let go.
So
Like they heard all of the tieflings taking care of the situation, heard the crack, looked at you with like this like look of "I'm so sorry," but they couldn't stop what was happening.
So what
Life is
happened to the
pain.
king?
Well, he was almost dead with a dagger. It was the only one we didn't retrieve from the crime scene inside of him. And, we suspect he used his venom at a certain point. We don't know on who. There was a body of ashes with a lot of your mother's belongings.
No change happens in Oswald, but you see Adrian get even more entertained.
He's smiling. You've never seen this man smile.
Oswald stands up. Step back.
Takes a step back.
Farther.
Takes 2 steps back.
Over there.
Over there.
Steps away from the tree. Becomes giant cube. Flies off at 120 feet per round.
Bro, I can't describe to you the way it's going off in my head. But there is literally a giant gelatinous cube with little jelly wings flying through the air currently.
Oh no, it's not flying on jelly wings right now. It is being propelled by its own boiling mass. It is
Damn!
boiling.
I thought it would be so much funnier with the jelly wings, but
It's
alright.
just rage.
It's streaking through the air like a rocket.
Slowly looks to Aahana. Apparently we have an actual way in, but I don't think he's going to wait for that. Which one of us should have helped him out, because I don't think he's going to need a lot of it.
I'll go.
I'm just assuming they see Adrian chuckling in his little magical iPad watching it.
Yeah.
Besides, odds are if I spend too much time around Silas, I'll say something that'll cause one of us to murder the other. She'll turn and she'll start flying after Oswald.
So Oswald has a speed that outgoes you by a lot. So
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna get
she
there
can
for a
see
few
the
turns before.
direct trajectory he was taking.
There's a little ooze rain coming from behind him. You just follow the trail.
Luson has
There's a
clung.
steam of just gaseous anger.
Luson's clung to Aahana to be the backup there, because God knows we still need to find the child in there.
Yeah, that's what Aahana's gonna be doing. She's gonna try and convince Oswald to let her ask the queen.
Good
I'm
luck.
sorry, you should have done that before
Yeah.
letting him know that there's no questions. There's just going to be pain. He asked before if you wanted her dead or alive.
And he did wait for you guys to get there. I will give him that much.
Would you? Is that just because you felt like you couldn't get a word in edgewise? Because I can retool my kit. I can make her suffer and be alive.
No, it's just... I mean, Aahana will just search through the place.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
she has to.
So yeah, Oswald's flying straight for her bedroom window.
All right. What are you doing, Wilk?
I'm watching this. He really wants to go up there. And he's like, looks down at a lot of the things he gathered, notably the 2 of the 3 daggers.
Adrian's patting the grass next to him, and he's basically turned his scrying in his head into a screen in front of him if you wanted to watch.
In a few. You know what? Places Susie there.
Don't worry, I'm
I don't want to see this! What are you doing? I don't want to see people get tortured!
I need you
Clings to your face.
I need
No!
you to tell me if something's going on that's important.
No! I'm not watching this. You can't make me.
Fine. I'll be back in 5. Goes inside.
What are you doing inside?
He's going to follow the trail of screams.
Okay. You're upstairs, you see the panic and the people running around. You see bassinets with people hovering around them, making sure the babies are okay. There's about 4 of them at the moment.
Stares at them. Just looks in
You're a little
absolute
far
horror.
away, you can't see what's in them yet. There's people also
God.
hovering around them.
From a distance, then. I'm gonna look Sylvanar first if she's there.
She's not there.
Look around. Is Silas there?
No.
I'm gonna cast Sending.
2.
Silas.
Okay.
4 children and counting. Waiting for a reply.
We're hashing things out. We'll get there when we get there. I'm sorry.
Also, the queen's gonna be dead in like 30 seconds.
Casts 1 more Sending to him. No apologies needed. Thought you'd just like an update. Understandable. The queen's going to be dead.
I'm sorry?
He gets nothing back.
I'm just imagining at every single Siengal family reunion, Adrian's gonna pull out the magical recording of this and play it.
If he keeps asking, I'll answer more questions, but I'm not sending any more
No,
spells.
you don't get anything else. What are you doing? Are you doing anything else?
I cast Guidance on Aelin.
So you peek your head in long enough to see his crumpled hands and him?
Yes.
Just guidance.
I don't have Bless prepared, brother. I'm sorry.
Not even no healing, nothing?
No point in healing the
Sanctuary,
hand.
maybe?
If you heal his hands right now, he'll never fight again.
Sanctuary?
You gotta set the bones first.
I don't have Sanctuary.
Well, that's not my problem.
If he looks at me angrily demanding more than that...
Does he? Aelin, what are you doing?
He's just kind of looking at him with tears in his eyes, like, wants to end. Kill him, please.
No, and that's the verbal component to my healing word.
Okay. You feel your hands reform, and
Trying.
yeah, they're trying. They expand out. It's almost more excruciating for them to re-heal, and as soon as they're done healing and whole once more, they get crushed.
That's
And
what I was
honey,
gonna say.
you hear the bones pop once more.
No point in healing them until after the babies are born.
Why would you do this?
Wilk was never a smart man.
I wince, and you know what? I'm gonna do the worst thing ever known to man, but the most bro thing imaginable. Let's see here. Is it that? No. So Susie doesn't have Sanctuary, but what she does have is something that's gonna help me out. I'm mitigating his... Wait, I look around. Is Ruby's shield nearby? Is anybody's shield nearby?
No, there's no weapons in here. It's the birthing room. What's wrong with you?
Look at dwarf.
It's sterile.
Alright.
Curse him with painlessness.
Yeah, you forgot you had that, didn't you? But it only lasts a minute.
Then just
It's-
keep doing it.
It's once a day.
No,
So
so if they save, then they can't. Then they're immune to it for 24 hours. That's it.
Oh, well, either way. Not only is that just a minute, I have something better. I'm going to mitigate his pain and have Susie half that. I'm having Susie half the damage he's taking, and then I'm using my reaction to mitigate that damage.
How much of that do you have, though?
Every reaction.
Oh, good lord. So you're gonna come in, sit down on the chair in front of him, and then just making it so he doesn't feel pain anymore? Or are you gonna heal him and then stop them from crushing his hand?
If I had another person like Aahana here, I'd say we could do it to the women. But I am basically just fucking doing this to him, despite the hand pain. I can
Don't
use
worry, the cleric's
actions
here. I
to
cast
heal
Greater
later.
Epidural.
Okay, so he's not taking damage anymore, but his hands are still broken and throbbing.
Then, since that's only a reaction situation, do I healing word him again?
Okay. Aelin, your hands reform and the agony is finally over. You can almost appreciate it, though the screaming is it's been hours, you feel like.
You know when Popeye, when he pops open a can of spinach? It's just kind of like that, like just totally rejuvenated, grasping onto the hands, just...
I'm looking to him. You need to brace yourself. I'm doing this for 5 minutes, then I'm going to do it to one of your wives for 5 minutes. They need breaks.
No, they can do it. No,
You're
to
not
me.
the one in pain other than your hands, brother. This is just a relief, and then I'm going to get to everybody little by little.
He looks at you with this look of like, how dare you do this to me? Just the fucking, just you know, what's the word?
Wait, that's the wrong aura.
Betrayal.
Pissed if I have to sit there and have my hands broken for a third time.
Right? They signed up for this, I didn't.
You married them.
No, whatever it was.
You
whatever
signed
the
them
thing
up
was.
for this.
This is your half of going through what they're going through.
I'm just fucking
You signed their
helping.
contract for this with your dick.
All right. We're going to take a break, and then we'll get back to Oswald killing the queen.
You were right. Less than a fucking session.
Oh, that poor queen.
I know, right?
You
I'll
have
be
no
right
fucking
back.
idea. I made 3. You want to know what I was gonna do? Who's still here?
I have to go walk Abigail, so
Sorry,
I have
what?
to
What's
leave.
wrong?
Go up. Do you want to know what I was gonna do if they said keep her alive?
What?
I was gonna instead of Cube, I was going to just equip Amorphous and the fucking Kelpsy body. I was going to go into a room, sting her with the fire bite to incapacitate her for 24 hours, suck her into the Kelpsy body, and constantly healing word her until I got her back to the manor so she wouldn't die in me.
Okay. Nice. I'll be right back, though.
Well, I'm still here, everyone. And hi, I'm still full of rage. Let's see, I'm gonna go check the stream. we have any viewers watching me kill the fuck out of the queen? I see one. Is that you, Peppers? Or is that just me? Might just be me.
I've returned myself.
Welcome back. I am still full of rage.
Rage walled.
Ah!
Once again, you guys find the most awkward ways to finish arcs of a campaign.
I like to imagine, like, as we're doing this, the other party is just like, alright, we finally found how to launch a siege on the castle. What the hell is that giant loogie doing? The queen is dead! The queen is dead! What the fuck?
Once again, you guys did something I didn't think you were gonna do. Bring Silas's daughter.
I wanted it to happen eventually. That's why Wilk was justified. He's
You
been
said
waiting to
you-
be like, guess what you have to live for, fucker.
Hold on. You say you didn't expect us to do it, but she insisted to come along.
You let her?
She's kind of our boss at this point.
And you also, like, this all happened because of the mom thing. Like, normally this wouldn't even be a thing. You could be like, no, you're too important, don't do that. He's a very dangerous person. There's a lots of ways to stop her. You guys didn't, though, you know?
Aahana didn't care.
Yeah, most of you didn't.
Wilk didn't try enough.
Looks like rip the band-aid off.
Wilk wanted it to happen.
My stomach is gonna be so upset with me tomorrow
Mhm.
after all this cheese.
This is one of those decisions where people go, when it ends badly, y'all are all like, Wilk, what the fuck? But because it's easily been like, alright, takes Sylvanar, leaves, destroys world. And I'll be like, Wilk, what the fuck? And he'd be like, look, at that point I was just hoping something good would have happened. You all could have stopped her. Yeah, but you didn't try hard enough. But I didn't care.
I was kind of being rabid at the thought of my mother being hurt at all. And now I was told that she was disintegrated.
Fireball to get it right.
I just assumed it was disintegrate.
No, you were told there was a pile of ash with red feathers and her items.
To be fair,
Let's not jump to
that-
conclusions.
That was Oswald coming to that was Dan coming to a conclusion. Oswald just heard that there was a pile of ashes with her stuff in it, so he's
Yeah.
thinking she's dead.
Yeah.
Dan would know that disintegrate doesn't leave scald marks and instead deletes things around the area as well.
Dan also knows that Shay takes liberties with magic sometimes for dramatic effect, and might have been doing things like that.
No. There's a reason I did what I did.
We kill the Queen of Emerald. We come back to the mansion. Your mother walks out of one of like the bathrooms. You're like, what? It's like I barely got away from those motherfuckers.
I told you I'm a rogue, but how did you Kagebushin no Jutsu?
What kind of rogue isn't worth their salt and able to fake their own fucking death? Mom, run, motherfucker!
Mom, you're alive? Believe it!
Dante Bayo.
That did I don't know if it's true. Did you hear that Date Bayo doesn't fucking mean anything, and that that Kishimoto just made it up? Like, it doesn't mean believe it. It doesn't mean anything. It's just gibberish.
Batarelu, Kagarelu.
I also love with how chaotic the Naruto fandom is, I love that for a solid 2 weeks, the entire fandom thought that they believed a fake leak that Boruto was going to end, and that there was going to be a new series called Joruto, the next generation, or something like that. They thought that they were just suddenly going to stop Boruto, and then make a series about Boruto's kid 30 years in the future.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what they did with Naruto.
Yeah, but they at least waited until the end of Naruto's story arc. But with this one, it's like, all right, and the dramatic conclusion will happen off screen. Now it's time for Joruto.
Fuck is
Is everyone back?
Looks like it.
Long story short, Hatter, someone put out a fake leak that they were going to make a new series about Boruto's son, Joruto, and the Naruto fandom believed it for like 2 weeks.
Alright, Oswald. You've reached the tower.
He makes sure to go to the top floor, the top room.
Well, there's a big tower. But you did get a good idea of where it was because of greed.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to the very ornate-looking, like, balcony of this pseudo-tower castle thing that screams Lady Amaroth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I land on said balcony, and is there a space
You're kind of
big
spilling off a little bit. It's not that big.
Is there a space in the door big enough for my goop body to slide through, or do I need to break the door down?
Your goop.
You're goop. You can slide through anything.
Okay, so he just
Leaks
slides
inside.
through.
You're now in her what appears to be audience chamber?
Do I hear the sound of water
No.
anywhere? I'm gonna fly up to the ceiling
Okay.
to stay out of sight, and I'm going to search for her.
Survival. You're a slime, you're kind of like blindsided and shit, so it's gonna be a thing. You can hear the guards that are just outside the audience chamber breathing. There are several doors leading out. Only one is even making the slightest of vibrations. Do you head for that one?
I head for that one.
It's a door. Do you slide under?
I stop outside of it and listen.
Perception.
This whole time, I'm imagining a slightly faded, jellified MS Paint of Oswald's art, just like being dragged around MS Paint style and glorping into places.
You forget, gelatinous cubes are like invisible.
Yeah.
He hasn't eaten anything, so he actually is translucent. He's like glass.
Mm-hmm. I can make parts of myself visible if I try, but I'm not doing that right now.
You think you might hear the sloshing of water? Very faint, though.
Can I try to poke, like, a pseudopod through to look?
Sure. Again, you might hear this thing of water, but from what you can gather from that room, it looks to be a study?
I go through the door.
You go through the door, you're now taking up the entirety of the room of her office. There are two doors, one to the left, one to the right.
I listen at both.
The left one.
Alright. Without hesitation, he slides through.
You're now in her bedroom. There's another door, but there's also the balcony.
He goes to the door.
You hear sloshing. And you hear the clink of glass.
He, like, pauses for a second, readies himself, and then rushes in and just tries to consume everything in the room.
Okay, so you slide under the door.
Mm-hmm.
You envelop the bathtub. You take up the entirety of the room, so it doesn't really matter. It's a big room, but you are a big slime. You just hear ah! And then you feel her thrashing inside of you.
Okay, so let me roll the initial thing. Then I'm gonna do something and then take my, attack. Let's see what it is. There we go. Then Oswald, like an image of Oswald solidifies in the cube, grabs her by the throat, and just barely gurglingly, she hopefully can hear, "You deserve far worse than this." And he's going to start attacking her.
Okay.
So I have triple multi-attack on.
Mhm.
So, no, wait. Ignore the last one.
Yeah.
So all those hit.
I mean, you have advantage. She's inside of you. So,
Okay.
what's the lowest?
Let's see. The lowest would be
16?
an 18, I think.
18. Oh, okay. Yeah, they all hit. Roll
Yeah,
damage and
lowest is
add it up
18.
for me.
Okay. Is it safe to assume she is currently of the terrified condition?
Yeah.
Or frightened? Yeah. Okay, so she takes the psychic damage from these. Wait, I didn't have the psychic damage on. Fuck it. She's going to die. I don't care. Okay, let me add this all.
Roll all that that psychic damage too for me, and
Oh,
then add
alright.
it all up for me.
Let me find the thing.
Remember my initial thought when you got the Kelpsy ability that you were going to become an ambush slime?
Yep.
I was right.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck is this?
That was 43 years ago.
Where are you? Hard to find these things. Rending bite there. Alright, so 3d10s, that'd be 12d10. Because it's that many times, let me just roll that. Okay, let me add this all up. Do you want the psychic... is there any kind of damage type you want separate?
No. She's unarmored, and she's a fucking elf. Half elf at that. She ain't got no resistance, is you crazy?
I mean, you can't force her to sleep. But you can force her to sleep.
I don't need to make her sleep to make her experience the worst nightmare. 12 plus 13. And then a pulse of the fucking goop. That would be 232 damage.
She's dead. In one round.
And just to make sure, he's soul grabbing her.
Okay.
So he's eating her soul too.
You ate her soul.
So essentially, what Wrath sees is he envelops her, says that line, dissolves into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different monstrous maws just eating her alive, and then a final one to eat her soul.
Mm-hmm. You are now empowered. With a plus 10.
And
The bathtub is dissolving.
I just make my way out to the audience chamber.
You make your way out to the audience chamber. Aahana, you finally arrive. You see you see just the glimmer of reflection of light to know that he's there.
Oh, if he sees Aahana, he solidifies himself in the slime.
So you land. He sees you, solidifies himself in the slime. What happened?
She's looking at him. 1 second. I don't know if she'll do this. Alright, she realizes. She's pointing at the handles of the door. Mimicking. She's trying to get him to open them.
Goes over and just the goop him ushers for you to step back.
She does.
Not step back, but and he just pushes against the door without fucking going through and just breaks them down.
All right, you break down the door.
Goes back.
Well, I would hope you would quietly dissolve it instead. Because Aahana was like,
You
there's gotta be
you
stars.
just touching it would be enough to You're a giant slime. You dissolve the door.
He just sucks all the glass and stuff into himself and just sets it down on the ground.
Crimson Fowl, what the fuck?
She'll message him because she has that cantrip. I assume the queen is dead. Let me start looking for her stuff.
Dead with no chance of becoming a ghost.
Shrugs. I will attempt to start finding the... well, anywhere there's books. So probably the study.
Lusan gives you the help action.
Would you like to help her find the study, Oswald?
He points towards the study.
You open the door into a large study that's drenched in slime.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for him to go and try to take the slime back off, or
Nah, you
is
just
it
kind of leave a
there?
trail like a slug.
If you started going towards the door, Aahana would put up her hand and be like, you just dissolved a part of the building. Do not come back into these books.
That was theoretically asking the DM for the capabilities of the slime. I wasn't actually approaching the small room that you are also in.
I told you.
Yeah.
What you can really do if you want to fuck with everything is just rage around and leave a just big slime trail over the entirety of that reception area.
Does she have a fancy ass throne?
Yep,
He goes up to it,
it's stone.
and the slime starts slowly dissolving it as the coalesced Oswald sits in the throne waiting for it to dissolve.
Oddly enough, it does not bring you peace, but it is
No.
dissolving.
It is not possibly going to bring him. He's going to have to ask, what's her name? Sylvanar for a list of names.
Mm-hmm. All right, Aahana, in the slimy room. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for... I'm trying to look for, I guess, like a personal journal. Like something where she was, like, writing... Things where she was writing out her plans. Like what she was doing with the Kindred.
So you search the desk. You bring up nothing, but there are bookshelves all over the walls. This woman doesn't seem to keep a journal, at least not on the desk.
Yeah, it could be literally anywhere in her chambers.
Use your special eyes. If there's something with evil in it, you would know. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, it is. I will
Or would you like to
divine.
start Oh, you're gonna divine?
Yeah.
There's nothing in here. Just books.
Do I feel any? Well, besides Oswald, do I feel anything in 120 feet of me?
I mean, you feel the guards outside the door that are bored.
Yeah.
I will say, for at least this moment, Oswald is definitely pinging as chaotic evil.
I will begin to investigate those shelves.
Investigation.
Ooh.
19, because Lusan's helping.
With a 19,
Ooh.
you're going through the books and you're like, these are weird books. Like, all sorts of things about magic theory, very wizardy looking shit. And then there's this one really weird book that kind of stands out, but not in a really obvious way. It's surrounded by books that kind of look like it, but it's a red book with no words on it.
I will grab it.
As you grab it, you can't pull it out. But as you try to, there's a ka-chunk. And the bookcase slides open, like towards you, like on a hinge, with the book you're holding.
She just kind of rolls her eyes, like, all right.
Classic cliche, yes.
Behind it is a staircase
Dramatic
down.
Nobility. Lusan,
Yes,
call
Lord
out
One.
to Oswald's mind and let him know we're descending, if he would like to follow.
Crimson Goop. We are making the descension.
How long did it take her to search that?
Like 5 minutes. That throne's long gone.
I was trying to see if it was an hour because he was going to try and retool his kit to not be.
You can
giant
ask
goop.
them.
Can I reply? Oh, I can reply.
Yeah, it's Lusan.
It's message, anyway. Otherwise, rather.
I'm meditating to shrink myself. If you want to wait.
I will relay it to Long One. Long One. If you request, we can wait for the Oswald. He is retooling his kit.
Aahana just kind of stares at Luson. That sentence kind of got away from you there for a little bit, didn't it?
I did that on purpose. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I know. She's messing with him. Pats him on the head. Well, there's more rooms for me to check. I got an hour. And she will start investigating room by room to see if she finds anything.
Luson
She's
agrees
looking
and
mainly
helps.
for, like, personal writings and...
Well, you go into her bedroom next, because that's the only other door in the study.
Yeah.
And you see this is covered in slime, of course.
Really, Oswald.
You find like you find kinky effects underneath the bed, but you don't find any journals.
Man, he even got slime under the bed? Oh, that's been there. Okay.
Oh my god.
You go into the bathroom and you see that it's absolutely trashed. Everything's been dissolved.
There
Ugh.
are claw
You
marks
feel like-
everywhere.
You feel like this is probably where she died.
Go rot, you stupid bitch. And she'll just leave the bathroom.
You say that to the bone chips on the floor. You're not sure if those are decoration or what was left of her.
Despite searching thoroughly for the next hour, she clearly does not seem to keep a journal, a personal journal. The closest you got was like a meticulous list of like imports and shit she needs, and that's it.
She'll be like, well, maybe we can glean something from this later. She'll like just put the import list in her pocket.
3,000 XP to Oswald.
It's more like 5. She was nothing.
She's a level 20 wizard. What are you talking about?
Oh.
You cut off her ability to say or move.
I was
Of course you couldn't
expecting a
fight
level
back.
20 wizard to have contingency prepared.
You caught her off guard on top of it.
The contingency is
she
probably the 20 levels beneath the tower.
No, the
that you
spell
bypass.
contingency.
The spell
This is
contingency requires that she has a thing on her person.
fair. It's a good thing I caught her in the bath then.
Yeah, honestly, kudos, bro. If you had waited, you would have had a lot harder of a time with her bed. But she was naked in a tub.
You will have been gated to a fucking multiverse or some shit.
It's pretty great, actually. But yeah,
Gets
Oswald,
gated
you're
to a
finally golden.
Gets gated to a multiverse. 10 sessions later, come back with a fucking army of alternate Oswalds. Goes to every Oswald like, they killed mom in my dimension. Say less. Okay, I actually haven't dragged the abilities in yet. Give me a moment.
So are you showing up to her as she's just finally coming back into the study after searching fucking everything and looking frustrated?
Mm-hmm. He's walking in. The only thing he kept intact of her, he actually stored it in a vacuum in his slime, was her skull, and he's just looking at it.
How do you feel, Aahana, about the skull in his hand?
Everyone mourns differently. Besides, Ahana's not really convinced his mother's dead. She's like, let him go through this until we actually have proof.
Oswald, what are you doing? Are you gonna follow her down? Are you guys going down the stairs now? What are you doing?
He just he underhand tosses the skull onto her bed and then follows her down.
All right. You guys go down the stairs. And down the stairs. Takes a while.
Does anybody have any fun stories? I feel like this is a bad time to ask. Never mind.
I just ate the queen alive. End of fun story.
It'll be hilarious in a few years.
At
Was
least
she
I
spicy?
finally used... No. Very
Were-
bland.
Were you?
No.
I feel like acid is spicy.
Less like pepper, more like horseradish.
Eventually, after losing track of time, you finally reach a bottom with a door.
I try the handle.
It opens.
Okay.
You step through.
Yep.
You step through into a laboratory. There is a lot of just vials and alchemical shit all over the place. In fact, you see what could only be described as the Queen's clone, sort of sitting in a tank, half-grown.
No.
Flexes a hand. Do you mind, or do you want to?
You can do whatever.
You took her soul, so she couldn't revive. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. He still wants to smash this thing.
Oh, I'm sure. Go ahead, have fun.
He just thrusts with the precious bite attack. Just thrusts his hand through the thing, grabs its heart, rips it out, crushes.
All
I
right.
guess right now, Aahana's not. She's not looking very closely. She's doing a walk through the laboratory to see, one, if there's any living people, and two, if there's anything that looks like it's a giant thing being stored with, like, spirit or magic.
You don't see anything in this room. It is a large laboratory, and it's filled with machinery and a bunch of other shit. But you don't see anything like that, but there's another door.
Message, Oswald, there's another door.
Right.
Mentally. Oh, go ahead first.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, she was talking to you. I didn't mean to cut in.
I was just saying what Oswald does. You go.
Mentally, Lusan's projecting. Hello? Is anybody in this laboratory? Random person. What the fuck was that?
You don't get a response.
There's just some person walking next to the tower. It's like the middle of the night now. I'm like, what? What was that?
The voices are real. Listen to them.
There are bugs under your skin. There are bugs under your skin.
What do you guys do with the door?
What is the... Is it open?
No.
What is it made
Oh.
of?
Once Oswald gets to me, I'll try the handle.
Ah! Fun! Alright, charisma saving throw.
Good news.
It is a magical effect. You have advantage.
I'm dead, everyone.
Alright, so you feel a surge of magic throw you, and you jerk your hand back, and you stop yourself from getting your memory wiped. The runes on the stone door stop glowing as you... They flashed up when you touched it.
Just Aahana looks at her hand and goes, Zach, I really need to start asking you to look at stuff.
You really should. You have a pocket wizard, Aahana. And he's just looking up at you. Just, you have me, and you never use me!
I'm sorry. I'm used to being on my own. I'm working on it.
I just couldn't remember what ability I equipped.
Would you mind dispelling this magic? Oh, powerful one.
Yes. But I'm gonna have to upcast, so... Roll my casting stat!
His casting stat is...
Charisma.
yeah.
Wait, no, it should be intellect. Right?
Yeah, he's an actual wizard.
He's a soul keeper, but they're intellect casters. You're fine.
Yeah.
My god.
Oh, yeah. So you
Good
watch as he,
job.
like, lifts a tentacle, and, like, the fucking runes on the door flare to life and then disintegrate into, like, glimmering dust and sort of fade away. It's very, very majestic looking.
Now, is the door locked?
I don't know.
The key's
I
under the
try
mat.
the handle.
Are you trying to open the door?
Mhm.
It's locked.
Oswald holds up his hand. It becomes like a cyan goop, and he just presses it into the lock and starts corroding the entire locking mechanism away.
All right, it takes you like a minute, but you the door finally ka-chinks. It gives away.
You know what? I know what I'm using now. There we go. All right. Let's continue.
Alrighty.
You open the
Aahana
door?
will crawl through the corroded metal.
Oh no, he just dissolved the metal on the lock.
Yeah.
You guys have to open the door still.
Ah,
Forgot I have this as well. So basically, he just started blendering it.
Look out for magic.
As the door opens and you guys finally step through,
yes.
you are met with a large tank filled with some sort of goop. There's a dead treant inside. There are a bunch of like things hooked up to it, tubes and stuff like that, beeping mechanisms. They're all flatlined.
Is that the child?
You're not sure.
Zach,
I
do you
mean-
think you can
It looks like him.
revive him?
No, that's dead. Do you still have your Valkyrie senses active?
Yeah.
Something's pinging from the corner. It's elemental. It's half behind the tank and machinery.
Just she's looking up the dead tree and her brain goes, there's something over there, and she goes, slap!
What'd you do?
Just running there.
You
Slithering.
slide around the corner in time to see a very emaciated and like just half destroyed baby treant just like hunched over. Like he sees you, his eyes go wide, he starts running.
No. Hey. She stops and she's just gonna like get low to the ground and she's just gonna like she's just talking and she's like, Oswald, can you speak to him? If I don't know, you know grass and whatnot, maybe that'll calm him.
You know, grass.
Oswald, you know grass. Oswald, since they were inside, we're gonna go downstairs. He got rid of his flight and 60-foot movement speed, and he's equipped with 120 foot. So he is. You turn around to tell him that, and you turn back around. He's already behind the treant.
You pick
Don't
him up.
quarter the poor
I-
kid.
I don't pick him up, but I do like crouch down, and I just speak in plant.
He's cowering in
Here.
the corner.
We're here to rescue you.
He doesn't look like he still stays tensed and like cowering for a minute, but when you guys don't hurt him and you just sit there and wait,
Aahana rips Zach off her waist and goes, Zach!
I pulse my healing mist, and I'm just trying to tell him in any language I know, primordial, celestial, plant, like, we're here to rescue you, the queen's dead.
Zach, tell him you're chosen, that we're here to help him.
Zach is like mid speech. He's got his like things on your mouth, like shh. He needs this right now. Like looking at Oswald. So eventually, after the healing mist washes over him and he peeks an eye out, he finally seems to just relent and that maybe this isn't a trick, and he relaxes enough and latches onto your leg.
No trick. And he, like, flexes and just expresses some of the leftover, like, empowerment from the queen's soul. Like, I 100% killed her. Snuffs it out. And I pick him up like a baby, and we're just gonna walk back out.
You guys walk up the stairs, the long spiraling staircase. The entire time he's clinging to your like neck and looking over your shoulder at Aahana behind you. Aahana, you just look at these big, traumatized cyan orbs in his head. The poor thing's been through a lot.
It's alright, we're taking you back to your dad.
Eventually, you finally reach the top of the tower and are in the study once again. What do you do?
I was expecting a bit of a fight down there, so I sacrificed flight for some additional stuff.
She just looks at you like, get on my back.
Yep, he's just explained, like, it would just be too awkward to get on without explaining that.
Just say, I need you to fly me, that's it.
Where are you flying?
He just adheres to her back.
I'm gonna start flying back to the manor.
All right. You guys are heading back to the manor. In this time, Wilk, Sylvanar has shown up and peeked her head inside, given a little wave, and you see behind her in the shadows the pale face of Silas. But they're back in the hallway right now, seemingly taking a look at his new grandchildren
I
and
give
her new cousin, or not nephews and nieces.
That's the one, yes.
Thank you.
I give them a nod as
Problems.
I'm in the process of now relieving Ruby as the last one of pain because God knows she cares about the others more.
Oh, Ruby's done. By this point, the only one that hasn't given birth is Chione, and she only had one left. And like she only had one kid, so it's like she's struggling.
I'm relieving her of pain, and Susie's casting Bless.
She's broken Aelin's hand again. But Aelin, are you holding her hand with your other hand, or are you just screaming?
Just screaming. He's on his knees, like he's keeping that broken hand up. Squeeze it, but he's close to death. No, please stop! Ow!
Assuming that last part was to a pet or something?
No.
Okay, you sound too calm. It's like, no, please stop. Ow.
Besides you,
The
Wilk.
life has gone out of that man.
Besides you, Wilk, you see Lila, who's just been sitting there and watching this. Like, she could help him, but she's just been like, nah. I'd die. They would actually kill me if I try to take the pain he's taking at the moment.
I'll look at her and nod. Yeah, I felt a fraction of it. It's not fun.
Like, that damage would... at this point, I'd be dead. We'd both be dead.
If he blacks out, let me know. I know sometimes he just stands there screaming open-mouthed while being unconscious and in pain.
Another half an hour goes by, and finally she delivers her baby. All 6 of your children have been delivered, Aelin. All 3 of your wives are exhausted or are passed out. Your hands are, I'm guessing, being mended? Hopefully?
For the last time?
If she releases it, I will.
Oh yeah, she released it. She's like, currently, like, passing out. She's done. She's more tired out of all of them, and she only had 1 baby.
I'll heal with, like, 10 points of my lay on hands this time.
Aelin, you're exhausted. Your hands are okay, at least.
Oh, would you look at that? I can... Alright, where are me children? And I need a nap. Where are me kids? Oh, hi, Dad.
As they've been finishing up their childbirths, I've lesser restored each one after they were finished.
Alright, you guys head out into the hallway to let the women sleep. And you see just 6 bassinets, like 3 on each side of the hallway. You see some tieflings, like, checking on them ever so often, but you see Silas just staring down at them, just eyes wide. You see Sylvanar, arms crossed next to him.
Ah, see you two met.
Why? He looks to you finally, like after, like it took him a moment, like he had trouble tearing his eyes away. Why didn't you tell me?
That never came up.
You know this changes everything, right?
No, it changes absolutely nothing.
No, this actually changes everything. I can't destroy this world. I have family. I created a family.
Okay,
and you're
well,
even a part of it.
Pushing aside the
You're
emotional
still-
damage.
No, you're still, like, you're actually, like, tied to this, too. This is, I couldn't ask for more.
Alright,
I
a couple
can't
more
destroy
years of
this.
therapy. I mean, I'm glad to hear it.
I have so many regrets. You see Sylvanar just, like, reach out and just pat the back of his head, his shoulder a little bit, and you remember that Sylvanar accidentally killed, like, your mom and all that other shit. Like, she's also has these sorts of regrets and these things that she can't take back and she'll never live down. Like, she, in a way, she kind of gets him.
You know what? I'm gonna leave you two to bond. Wilk, I need a drink. Please? Spons, buddy?
I whip into my fucking bag of hold.
You think you're drinking alone, and they're following.
Guiding them downstairs. I'll inform them of a certain king's death.
What? He's dead?
Found him in a alleyway, bleeding out, venom spent, and one of Oswald's mother's daggers in his chest.
I told him to stay home. Why the fuck was he here?
Aahana found a note. Essentially, he was allying with the Queen of Emerald more thoroughly.
You see her pinching the bridge of his nose, just like, told him he couldn't help me in any way and to stop trying. And apparently he didn't fucking listen. And now I'm the king. I don't want to be king. We need to find Zokitty. She's gonna be queen. I don't want to do. I can't deal with this shit anymore. I have a family here.
I'm pretty sure she won't want to be queen either. She's not the type.
She was literally the sister of the king. She was meant to rule. What are you talking about?
For what it's worth.
And you were meant to destroy this world, but you're not gonna.
No, I'm meant to cause not happy things. I'm not meant to destroy this.
Pouring
Any of
alcohol between us all, waiting for the others to return. Well,
He takes a shot, and then he takes another shot, and then he takes one more.
now we're all on good terms. We have a lot to talk about, actually, when it comes to that.
Hey,
If you
where
really
is
want
everyone?
to talk about it, otherwise we could just, enjoy the childbirth.
We can talk about it if you want to talk about it. I know I owe you all more than I'll spend many generations repaying back you and your lineage, I'm sure.
I look over to Aelin. Lifts up Stone. She's dead? Yes, father! Yeah, so the queen's dead.
At this point, you guys are finally at the door. Aahana and Oswald.
Aelin just kind of stops mid-sip. It's like, I'm
Just
sorry, what?
Aahana descending with Oswald on her back, and Oswald carrying a tree baby.
Oswald steps off. He's carrying the child of Elentheril and the queen's skull.
Right. Want
Right,
your XP
and
now or later, buddy?
We need to send someone into that tower to
They
free
give
the
it a
people that she's Yeah, I have the skull.
Sorry, I forgot your arrow was still in here.
Yeah, he sets the skull down.
You guys
So
are currently
what-
sitting at the table.
what did we accomplish by killing the queen and sending the city into a lockdown when they find out she's dead?
She'll no longer be kidnapping random magic users and now Kindred to drain them of their magical power.
It took you guys a minute, but you do see a like baby treant like clinging, like a very distressed and like destroyed looking one clinging to the front of Oswald.
And
You only
this.
notice because after every so often it shudders.
And that's the child.
Yep.
Nods.
Easily. We're all good friends here.
It does not
Can we
react to
just-
any of you.
Can we stop for a minute? How often do you all berate me for acting on emotion? Doing things that are a monumental fuck-up?
We were always supposed to kill the Queen of Amarov.
Aye, but we didn't have a plan.
What
gonna find
plan
out.
could we have possibly have made? It's gonna be chaos. The
Gee-
rebellion was planning on killing the king all along.
Sylvanar sighs. I'll get Wrath to deal with the aftermath. Who are we putting in charge?
Parliament.
Points at
You're
Parliament?
gonna
I was
trust
say
these
points at
folks?
Sylvanar.
A court, like you've suggested, Sylvanar.
Yes, but that still takes time. Okay, so the queen is dead. What's going to happen is that all of the nobles are going to try to go for power. They're all going to try. They all want to. It's nobles. They all desire is power. They want to be queen. They want to be the ruler of the city, which is just going to keep repeating this shit. First off, we
they
need
all-
to.
Are they all just as bad as she was?
I don't know. They're fucking nobles. Do you want to trust any of them?
Aahana, like, kill them all!
And isn't
I'm
House
saying
New
we need to
Alden
kill all
next
of
in
them.
line?
Sorry, what?
Isn't House New Alden next in line?
Yes, but I don't want to be fucking queen. And you think they're gonna just sit down and take it?
Oh no, I think what's gonna happen is me and Adrian are gonna go kill them all.
No. We can't just kill all the nobles. That'll just make shit worse. What we need to do is we need to take over, and then we can introduce Parliament slowly over time, when the people are not as fearful. However, this is going to take time. This is going to be a revolution, unfortunately. I don't really have an army. I just have all of the Siengal, and even if they are great, they are only one person. It's going to take time to get this done, unless you guys have any armies that you're hiding from me.
We could ask the dwarves and the elves.
It's entirely possible. Lignus would love this moment, and every single kindred in the city is not going to help. Or at least the humans.
We could also, because while it was known that people with magic disappeared, people had no idea what was happening to them, right? Looking at
There's
someone
been
the average.
rumors, but
So if we reveal to the city that all those rumors were true, I'm pretty sure we have our army.
So long as they believe us.
I'm not gonna make the people of this city fight for this. They've already dealt with enough. We can't take more from them.
Who was next in line after the queen?
Me. Well,
Well,
Aelin
technically
now.
me.
Aelin can take the throne, if there is one left.
Can your wives take it in your
That's actually
stead?
a good point.
They're dwarves, like I said. As much as I want a parliament, we have to do this slowly over time or risk the entire city revolting instead of just the upper districts. We need to stabilize the government and then introduce change over time. I'm serious about this.
I agree. I'm suggesting whoever takes the throne, which is going to be Aelin, appoints a second and a court to help him in his inexperience in leading a nation.
That's actually really good
Middle ground.
segue in there. But again, this doesn't solve the fact that I don't have a lot of people, so this is going to take time. So like I said, if you all know of any armies that I don't know of, that'd be a great time to mention them now.
Well,
Wait, Oswald, why did you kill the queen?
What was that, Aahana?
I said, well,
Right.
there's the resistance. We could see if Azuka has anyone she could send, but
Aren't
I
they
doubt
fighting their own
Lamia
fight?
coming in would be a
King's
good
dead.
sign.
Well, you don't just have Lamia in that army, you have Kindred.
Yeah, well, we could mainly send the Kindred, but I'm just saying.
As
Wait, you
for
have a
what-
whole resistance, so aren't they fighting their own fight?
We just killed the king.
That
I need
king's
to tell
dead too?
Azuka that, actually.
So who's going to be ruling over there?
Aahana starts slowly backing away. I have someone to go talk to.
Okay, I guess I'll hold off and pray they don't know she's dead for at least another day.
It won't take me too long.
She's talking to the resistance, I think.
She nods and she looks to the rest of you. Silas has been just silently, like, sat back, arms folded. Every so often, if his cup ever gets refilled, he just takes the shot.
I look at Aelin. I killed her because she started kidnapping random kindred, and my mother was one of them. And then I found out, in a struggle with the Lamia king, because of that, she's most likely dead.
Wait, he killed her? You see Silas just lean forward and he looks at you and he's like, I'm very sorry. I will probably be paying back the debt I owe you and your family for generations.
Well, it's a high chance that he killed her, but we're not 100%. She's a very talented person. While it is possible she did a really good fake out, the reason why we're really hesitant on confirming her death, not only was the Lamian king still alive and poisoned, there's only one poison I can think of that's going to be taking him out. A Lamia at that, with the dagger in his chest. There were no other guards approaching. There was no one alive. So she died. She killed every single one of them with her, without even him being able to send a message or anything to get backup.
Actually, he tried, but you guys killed him as he was running.
Well, that's after we healed him to get information.
Was her sending stone in the pile?
Yes.
I lift up my stuff and I look to Oswald. These were the belongings that I found. A lot of them are definitely hers. I laid 2 daggers down. 2 of the 3 daggers found. And lastly, the ashes. We might be able to ask a deity if they are hers or not.
Did
for
you
sure.
gather, like, the feathers as well?
Yeah.
Give me
The
the bag.
non-charred ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely hers. Like as you lift one that's like less bloody, you rub away the fucking dust on her feather and you see it's brown underneath and you're like, yep.
Do you have your alchemy kit with you?
It's in Dirg, and Dirg is currently in the Underdark with my family.
Dirk is gonna have the time of his fucking life, you don't understand.
I need to test if this is actually kindred remains.
Fiona has an alchemy kit.
That's
She's
true.
asleep right now, but she'll be awake eventually.
I don't.
Sylvanar looks to you, Aelin. You can just show him down to her thing. I don't think she's gonna mind. She's not gonna be down there for a few months.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely
asking.
not.
I'm not asking permission. Where is it?
No.
Aahana opens the door again, and she looks at Sylvanar and she goes, actually, do you want to get Adrian to teleport the both of us to Bazooka? So we can just talk this out?
Fuck it. She stands up and she
Me
like
too.
she snaps her finger and Adrian shows up and he's just like he's gonna look at Oswald and start slowly clapping.
I refill
Bring-
Sylvanar's glass before she leaves.
I'm staring right at Adrian. Bring me to Zokiri contested.
Okay. And so you all sort of group up and are teleported away. So now it's just Wilk, Aelin,
Silent.
and Silas.
Imagine at this point he's just grabbed a bottle with his tail and is just occasionally refilling his own glass.
Oh, he's in his tiefling form right now.
Oh, well, tieflings have tails.
True.
So, how you been?
I take a drink. I've been a lot better. I've been worse.
So how many things do I need to pay for you, Mr. Redmane? Deepriver, whatever it is now.
Well, there was Sledge and Friend. The thing is I don't think you even knew who I was when you were doing those things, really. Other
No,
than
I
occasionally
didn't.
catching glimpses of me starting shit with your plans.
It wasn't meant at you at all. It was just a means to the end, but I still did wrong by you, and thus you may ask me of anything, and I will make sure it's done. To the best of my ability. Be forewarned. I am a being of destruction, not creation. Anything I can do for you is not going to be positive in, like, you know, giving you stuff like that. You know what I mean? How can I make amends?
Kind of like looks into his drink. Everything you could do won't make me happy, but if it will help the relations, I want you to ask Fryn what she wants, and if it is to be undone to do so.
I already know that. I know the answer to that. She does. She wishes for death. She's gone through enough.
Then give her the peace. Let her know none of her sins were her own.
He waves his hand. It's done. I have unbound the spell. Her spirit can return.
Is there just a corpse in your house now?
Yeah, there is. I'll have to clean that up later.
You could have buried...
I'll bury her later. You want me to go back and... Okay, you know what? He stands up. I'll go do it now. I was going to ask the rest of them. What?
Just sit down.
He sits down.
I'm just imagining, shit, you're right, snaps fingers. I brought her back to dig her own grave.
You fucking monsters!
I just ate
Look,
someone, okay?
to be
I
fair,
accept I'm a monster.
She was sitting on her bed, so she's now just flopped over on it. It's not like her body's doing something horrible.
Alright, out of game forever. They know that they were speaking to the fates and stuff. Sorry, that was...
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the stuff that happened before the intro.
Yes. Which is why Fate told you guys if you wanted to fucking help, like, fix the cycle thing to get him to accept it.
Alright. This whole thing with you and me ma. I think you've been looking at it all wrong. Aye, she keeps on dying. That's fucking horrible.
Just an eyebrow arching at this.
Fuck you, that's me ma. You're dying fucking hard for me too. But you're looking at it as a goodbye instead of a see you later. Because you do constantly get her back.
I dislike the feeling I have whenever she's not here.
Right, but how long does that actually last? Last? Oh, I lost the accent.
On average, each era lasts about 10,000 years.
Right, and in terms of how long that'd be for me. Because you live a long time.
Oh, you want me to say mortal terms? About 1,000 years each.
It's not fucking much. I mean,
She
in the grand
just slow
scheme of
blinks
things,
at you.
think about it. Just accept what's happening to you. I mean, you've got a fucking family here. You've got grandkids. Why not?
Yes, and that is the only reason why I'm even entertaining this thought and why I told you that this changes everything.
Why not just go through the cycle? Over and over. But each time she dies, just think of it as she's going on a trip. Get her back eventually.
Yes, and then I have to wait for her to grow up, and then I have to make sure I find her.
Yes, and between those times, you've got my entire bloodline.
I know.
Provided they all actually breed. But they're my kids, they feckin' will.
I also have Sylvanar now.
Exactly. I don't like the guy she'd probably end up having kids with. We can talk about that another time. I actually want you to do something about that, but never mind about that.
He may not be a changeling from me, but he is a changeling from another world.
I don't care. He's not good enough for her.
I don't think anything is going to be good enough for her in your eyes.
Especially not that.
Did you ever talk with him?
No. The
Then how
first
do you
time we
know?
met, he shagged me sister and ran out the door.
And
Not a
how is
great
that any
first
different
impression.
from what you've done?
Because... Yes, don't turn this around on me.
He's just staring at you. He doesn't smile, he doesn't laugh, he's just staring at you.
Did they check the child with the rebellion?
All about that. You should probably tell them when they get back that he's withering away. You don't have a lot of time. And now with that, we're going to those guys. You guys basically warp into the crystal cave, and Bazooka, in the middle of pouring tea, like jumps, spills tea everywhere. Just like, my heart, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Aahana's just standing there and she goes, "The king is dead.
What?
We killed him."
So is the Queen of Elmoroth.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what
forewarning
she's
would have
here
been
for.
great.
We weren't planning it. We kind of stumbled on him nearly dead in an alley.
Well, that's great! I'm gonna go tell, she gets up and starts slithering around you guys into the hallway. I'm gonna go tell Zokitty she can take back the throne.
I'm just following her.
Yeah. she looks at Silvernar like, we just follow her.
Silnar just nods.
Oswald,
You guys get into the... Okay, go ahead.
you have a baby still clinging to you.
Looks down, didn't realize. Just starts like... You know what they said about how he could try and like pour quote-unquote spell slots into Lufa? He just starts doing that, trying to share what of his power he can with the kid. Like, alright, I'm just gonna try and keep you going.
Alright.
The baby.
As you guys get into the large chamber, you actually see that Anaku's awake.
Oh, you're finally awake.
More company! Ow, God, I can't talk that loud.
We helped your dragons crossbreed.
You did what?
Yeah.
You know that's forbidden.
I mean, you weren't
And-
doing anything about it, so...
And apparently hundreds, if not thousands, of dragons have been murdered by their flights for it.
Yeah, it's because they shouldn't have,
I mean, to be fair, we came across one that was, like, already an adult, so it's already
survived?
happened. Yep.
Yes, they all survived.
How?
Soul.
Well, yes, I know how they're supposed to survive, but no.
Well, too late.
Oh, God. They're not going to accept me saying no, right?
Nope.
Probably not.
Oh, no,
It
no!
was the, black and red dragons, so you know how
What?
they did.
It's the worst coupling!
Yep.
You know how
Well,
much power
the
that
adult
babies
dragon-
can have?
The adult dragon we found was also
Just
a
learn
black
an
and red
adult!
dragon. Yep.
You see him
He's raising
hyperventilating
them.
a little bit, and every time he hyperventilates, you see the bandages on the side strain, you see like a little splash of blood starting to form, and Zokitty's like, you guys need to stop.
Nah, he needs this.
No,
Oh
like,
my
I get that
God.
he's not gonna, like, die anytime soon, but please stop wounding him further.
She just slithers over and pats him on the back. Don't
I
worry.
have so much work to do!
I presided over the entire affair.
Oh, so it's
By the
your
It's
way-
going
fault.
flawlessly.
By the way, we didn't get to be introduced last time. My name's Oswald Kraigdeep.
Oh, you're the child of that Kindred that tried to save me.
Yes.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Stops looking at him, looks at Zokitty. Just like head nod over to the other Lamias.
Yes?
Has she told her?
Looks like they had the conversation, and she just kind of looks a little shocked, but she is looking at you because she noticed you.
I need your help as an alchemist, not as a as a
Alright,
royal.
give me a moment, Bazooka, and she slithers over. What's wrong?
I believe my mother's been incinerated, and I need to see if these are kindred ashes.
Alright, hand him over.
Hands.
She takes, what is it, a bag?
Yeah.
And she, reaches inside, takes a little, bit of, the ash onto her finger, and you see her eyes glow blue. As she, lifts it up, and the ash turns blue itself and fizzles away. These are indeed kindred.
What kind?
Of the vulture variety.
Nods.
Then she's dead. He says that, takes the bag back, and walks back over to where Adrian is, just standing by him.
I'm sorry for your loss.
He's just standing there, staring into the middle distance.
Pinky's Discord just crashed.
God damn it!
Yeah, we just hear it right after you do the sad voice. We just hear this. What the fuck?
Just all of a sudden, I heard Shay, like, through my headphones stop talking, but I could hear her talking in the bedroom. And I was like, what? And I opened up my Discord, and it's, like, not responding. And I was like, oh, fuck you.
Welcome back. Anyway, so Kitty looks determined, and she's, like, talking to everyone. She's like, so we need to head back. And then Sylvanar is talking with them as well, and she's like, okay. Well, I don't think we have much of an army there. However, Bazooka, if you'd like to just bring, you see them talking. It looks like Bazooka's going to be sending the Lamia back with Zokitty to take back the city, and the non-Lamia will be going with Sylvanar to the city to help. It's not a huge army, but numbers, any sort of numbers, is going to help.
I mean, with the Kindred going, the Kindred in the city will be far more willing to side with y'all.
True
And not get in the way, I mean.
And with that, Adrian will bring you all back to the middle of the conversation that's being happening with, those lot.
We just come back, so is there now just a dead corpse in your house?
No, you come back basically about 5 minutes after he said that thing was withering.
Looking to them. We need to get the child back as soon as possible.
I mean, it looks a little bit better now, but I don't think that whatever you're doing with him is going to be sustainable.
Probably not.
Basically, that child is dying.
Leans over to Sylvanar again.
Yes.
Can we get teleported to the elves?
I was about to
Wrath.
ask, was that a good enough show I put on? Can you do us a favor?
He just sighs, nods, and then once again a portal opens.
Thank
By
you,
the
Raph.
way, we have a call with the dragons, Red, to be helping for this. The houses of the dwarves would likely be willing to assist, considering they'd get a slice of the pie in terms of power on the council, with Ruby and the others. I have a favor with the orcs in Oswald's home city, considering we've technically saved the world now. At least partially. And lastly, I'm certain Aelin and Lignus's elves would be more than happy to charge in terms of armies we have.
Before you all depart, because there's enough time for this, I need you all to think on what you want from me in order to help repent for what I have done to you and your families.
I need something right now, actually.
What is it?
He holds his arms out in a cradle. She had family. I'm bringing her with me. Teleport her to me.
Oh! Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. He snaps his finger and she gently drifts down into your arms, dead.
Inhale. Exhale.
I know I'm going to be paying off this debt to all of you for probably the rest of your generations. And I am accepting of this. I apologize once again. He just takes another shot. Now go on. You guys walk through the portal.
Oswald already walked through the portal the second it opened.
Ah. Tell the red one what I said.
We will. Walks through portal. Slows through portal.
Aelin! Let's go,
Catch you
Aelin.
later, Da.
He nods.
Aelin follows.
We'll go through the portal, and when Aahana gets to the other side, she's like, now we have to walk all the way back to the Underdark.
Father, do you think I'll get a wish? Sure you will, bud.
I don't think I have art for this, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Lufa came with me.
Oh, I figured.
Lufa's been very quiet and very still.
She's hungover, man.
Not that.
I know.
She's Lufa's mom too, basically.
You guys come out around here. Is where Aelin is currently. You guys were portaled basically to his feet. And upon seeing what's going on, or feeling or sensing it, he has stopped mid-stride, turns, and you guys are staring up at like the world's tallest tree with a very wizened old face.
This is
Oswald's
killing my
mid-flight
neck.
up there.
You fly up to him.
Yeah, Oswald's mid-flight up there.
You don't have flight.
He's staring in sorrow
long
at
enough.
you. And that's when you see, like, climbing on top, like, into like a little observation spot. You see Keandra, like going, what the fuck? Why isn't he moving? And then she sees you, Oswald, and she waves. What's going on?
No
Aahana will
response.
grab Aelin and follow after him.
Come in last.
Ah, so they're all flying up. Well, I mean, he's not talking. What's going on?
Thaumaturging. We have the child.
Oh, fuck.
I feel like message could have worked.
Go.
Didn't have to
The whole
announce it.
forest turns like, that's either really good news or there's a pedophile on the loose.
To his feet quickly, if you don't mind.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Aelin
To his feet
dying.
quickly, if you don't mind, before my husband notices. And she
Nope.
turns into an owl and flies down.
Just stops flying, starts falling. Flies again right before hitting the ground.
And she
Lands.
she lands beside you all, and she's like looking at Oswald because like he's there, right? And she sighs a little bit upon seeing the state of the child. She like lifts out her hands for him.
Why does your husband need to not be here for this?
Don't worry about it. May I see him?
Hands him over. The queen's already dead, just so you know.
Oh, that's two birds with one stone, honestly. Good.
And I brought Friend.
Oh, what? Oh my god, what happened? What?
Wilk, timing! Timing, Wilk!
At least he's staying true to his character,
You're-
okay?
You're gonna keep your word, right?
Every fiber of my being hopes I get the chance to.
No, you're gonna keep your word, right? She's staring at you. I'm not gonna be here to hold you to it.
He's inciting her.
Wow. That's why.
You have no
Sorry.
fucking idea.
Right.
What do you mean you're not gonna... You going to
You
get your hair
will-
done or something?
You're gonna keep your word, right?
I don't see why I wouldn't. Yes. I want her to
Alright.
have what I want.
She's going to be like looking down at the child that's cradled in her arms, and like it's just a sad like emotion passes over her features. And with a soft whisper, she says in Elvish, "I'm so sorry, Stag." And with that, her body shimmers, shines almost. And as she like lifts the child into the air and he starts to float there, her body dissipates, flowing into the child itself. And as the child there floating, getting rejuvenated with the last of the strength of the elven leader, Elentheril leans over and you see his body shimmering and flowing into the child of Elentheril, of the child basically. And with all of that, there is a moment where everything goes quiet. The child vanishes, and Elentheril himself rises, his old bark sloughing off, falling to the ground around you all as he's reborn anew as Elentheril. Once again. His wizened features look much more like young. There's no more scarring, no more age on his wood. His leaves are vibrant and flowing everywhere. He's got greenery draping over him. He's much more vibrant and alive than his older counterpart had been. And with this, you can almost sense his touch on your minds as he asks, "What do you want your reward to be?" Let's start. Who wants to go first, actually?
As I've been playing him since the beginning of the session, Wilk's waiting to go last.
Aahana just reaches out and puts her hand on Oswald's shoulder and goes, I've got this one. I wish for the spirits of the forest to be returned, the ones that have disappeared.
And with that, he lifts his hand, and you sense the forest come alive. The breath of the wind rushes through the trees. The trees themselves shimmer as he expends a part of himself to rebirth the lost.
So, when you do that, all the tension that no one even noticed was just holding Oswald up fades, and he just faints.
Aahana just catches him.
Hopefully, Owen Thero could tell what was screaming in his mind, because he is unconscious right now.
When Aahana catches him, she's like, I told you I'd help you get them back. She's just holding him.
Owen Thero's staring down at Oswald, just not sure what the fuck's going on. He'll wait for him to be roused, I guess, as he's looking now to Aelin.
Wilk, do me a favor and go ahead. I need to think about something.
I'm looking at him, and I'm inciting.
No, he's not trying to deceive. Just trying to make a decision.
I'm not trying to say if you're lying. I'm trying to get a bead on what's going on through your
You
head.
get an idea that he doesn't know what the fuck he's gonna ask for.
Yeah, it's like he has 1,000 different things running through his head, and he's just trying to pick the one that'll fit. Seriously, just go ahead, bro. I'll decide.
Are you sure?
Hey.
He's gonna look up at the tree. I didn't think I would get this chance. For some reason, I thought something would go wrong, and I'd have to make that wish Aahana made. And he's going to uphold his deal to Keandra and Destiny. He's gonna make the wish to let Fryn return, with her reset, as it were, with Destiny.
The body in your arm shimmers and fades away.
He looks down at choked up in the empty space.
What does your cat wish for? Tell me. Because even if he's not getting one, you know he's screaming, I want this! I want this!
I was gonna wait for, like, Lusan to step up.
Yeah, so I'm wondering.
Big tree dad, I want this! I wish for the inner shouties to become the outer shouties.
Oh god, no!
I want to speak. Big brother, give me voice.
There were no more long rests to be had.
You gotta stop. I keep laughing my ass off at this.
What is it?
Oh god, sorry. Lusan is going... is going to wish to make his best friends happy. He doesn't know what that pertains. It could be a village being risen back from the ashes, like in the case of Sharir, or it could be simply giving Aelin the best beer of his life.
No, like, Ellen Thero, like, cock his head at that, he doesn't know how to grant that, so he's like, solidify what you want.
Aimless stare, Lusan. You aren't all powerful.
Lila shimmers beside you, Aelin.
What? You want to wish? Go ahead.
She's shimmering, like, she's already, like, she's just a glowing ball at the moment, and she's slowly reforming.
Oh no, what?
Have you guys ever seen the whole Data Cthulhu sim?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to kill myself, you, and everybody in this chat.
In a flowing robe stands Lila in a humanoid form.
She's the first mind flayer.
Good news,
She's
Aelin.
the first of the Eldranji.
You have a fourth wife.
I hate my life.
Ellen's just kind of staring. Absolutely horrified.
Fucking what?
Look,
Look, you're gonna have to get a new pet, but I'll still be your fucking familiar.
What did you wish for?
What does it look like?
Boobs?
She's just fucking tentacle over face. Just, I can't.
Aahana is trying to rouse Oswald.
Oswald, are you roused?
Oswald is roused. He basically was mentally like literally just the fucking Pomni face from Digital Circus, just like having existential crisis of I really want my parents back, but if I don't wish for the spirits back, they're going to hate me for it.
Oswald,
what do I do? And then you wished that, and he just fucking collapsed.
When you open your eyes, Aahana like just gently patting you on your face, not your beak, further up. She goes, "Well, I know what you wanted, so I didn't want anything."
Aahana will be forever fucking like immortalized in each of the Kindred villages, by the way, by a statue. Just a golden Lamia statue.
When Oswald first told her the spirits were disappearing, her first response was, "Why didn't they come to me and tell me?" Like, the second she learned, she was like, "We're getting those back. The Kindred have been helping the Resistance. I'll do anything I can."
Also, there's a small part of Oswald's brain that's just like, God damn it, that was my quest.
Well,
He didn't give a shit, but he was like, that, like, the one important thing, like, you're the fucking Valkyrie of Scheherazade. That was my one important thing.
You got a Valkyrie of Scheherazade to fulfill your wish. How are you not important?
True.
Oswald still hasn't thought he's important, okay? It's a part of his character flaw.
You are coming too,
though. He looks up at Aelin and just, like, with the most raspy, choked up, fucking cracked voice, like, I wish for my parents back.
His head cocks to the side, and he nods, but you sense that there's something off about that. And he, like, lifts a hand, and you can only hope that that means your dad's back and, like, at home or in Anaku's cave or somewhere. And that your mom is back somewhere as well.
Hold on, I might be overcome with emotion, but I saw confusion. What's wrong?
He's staring down at you, and he's trying his hardest to understand what you're saying. What you get in your head is a confused mash of Sylvan and Primordial.
I know Primordial.
He's like, what did you say?
You said he looked confused.
Oh,
right?
For that part, he's like, you know, your mom's not dead.
I'm going to smack her. I'm going to smack her. She made me eat a queen.
If you
you were
had been
gonna
there,
do that anyway.
Oswald, you would have saw all the dead people, and you wouldn't have thought for a second.
I would have just ripped her apart instead of actually eating her. Like, I digested her.
I mean, you probably ate worse. I've seen you eat trash.
I haven't eaten a sentient being before. Oh god, I ate a sentient being. He just starts throwing up.
Ahana's still right there, so she's just patting him on the back, and she's looking up at Aelin.
A finger bone comes out of his mouth. He throws up harder.
Oh.
This.
Lusan's confused. He's a little upset. People are around him shouting. Some things are happy, but it's stressful, and all he can think is, I really wish that elf lady was back so she could pet my head again.
He sadly just shakes his head and says he can't. Like, it's all Lusan gets. He's like, I can't. She allowed this to happen with her sacrifice.
But I will... If you can't make all my friends happy with my wish, I'll make them happy with my wish. I'm going to be the best Lusan, okay? I want to be good enough to make them happy and safe and protect. He's wishing to be a better Lusan.
Didn't level up.
I guess. He ding levels up and gets a +3 to all of his shit.
He doesn't have an XP bar.
Yes, I know, but you know how he levels up with you? Instead, he's gonna level up past you. And when I say the +3, it's gonna be a thing he can do once a day, where he can basically just amp up all his stats by +3.
Ah, okay. How long does it last?
An hour.
Nice. Lusan will be the best Lusan then.
He is the best, Lusan.
I'll type that in.
So, Wilk is still looking shell-shocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
His
then
arms are out, but there's nothing in them.
Lufa pokes Aahana.
Looks at Lufa as she keeps patting Oswald's back.
Holds up a piece of paper. Can you ask if I get a wish?
Oh, does Lufa here get a wish?
I mean, he was looking at the elf again, but then he looks to Lufa, and Lufa gets that question.
Scribble, 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 scribble. Hands it to Aahana. It says, "Can you bring Sharir's village back?"
What the fuck was the name of the village?
Without you ever actually having to say anything, he's already lifting his arm. Because she's... Even if she's writing it down, she's thinking it, and he's got that. He hears that.
Good. Oh, I think he heard your thoughts, Lufa.
Nods, waves up. She's figured out she doesn't need to wish to be beautiful. She can figure out how to do that on her own.
Now, Aelin, you're being stared at again. You see, like, beside you, you're getting a little distracted because beside you, Lila's like checking out her new body.
He's just staring at boobs. Oh, right. Sorry. Right. You know what? Feck it. I wish for the period that me mother dies for to be cut down to 100 years, not 10,000. Don't tell me you can't do it, because you brought people back from the feckin' dead.
In do you speak Primordial?
No, he...
Well, for the rest of you, you hear grumbling. And for those of you that speak Primordial, you're hearing, "I'll talk to Dad."
He'll talk to his father.
Feck it, that's the best I'm gonna get.
Now the rest of you are just standing down there, just as barreling down the stairs, you see Lignus, looking frantic. He gets to the grassy ground and sprints over to you. He's like, "Where's Kiandra? Tell me she didn't do what I think she just did."
She did, I'm afraid.
You didn't stop. No, she didn't. She didn't.
She wouldn't even come back, Lusan cries with slightly swollen arms. I tried.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to say Oswald like passes out again because I think there's a raccoon in my drop ceiling and I need to solve this problem.
Okay.
Lignus
You
drops
applied
to
on your
his
head.
knees and just like he's on all fours, and you just see him staring at the ground, tears streaming. I can't do this without her.
Wilk breathes in, gathering his shit. Lignus.
He doesn't respond.
The spirits are back. You have a daughter. Luna is still in the city of Emelroth, and with the spirits back, she's likely gotten that blessing. We'll tell her to come here.
He doesn't respond, and you get the sensation, since he's digging his claws into the ground, that he's doing his very best to not take out his rage on all of you. Might be best to scamper off, if you're done here.
Yeah, I think Oswald's done throwing up bones.
He passed out and woke back up now that the raccoon has been dealt with.
What are you all doing?
Getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
As you all scurry away out of the forest clearing, you hear a pain, just mournful howl behind you. Where are you guys heading?
Standing there in the wilderness,
Let me go back home.
lifts up fucking paper that looks old, fucked up, and damaged. Marks it off. Contract complete.
You're fucking heartless.
Goddamn.
I think it's more tired.
Well, We need to start traveling back to the Underdark, because we left everything there.
Adrian. Call Adrian, damn it. I'm not walking there. I'm not
I
doing
don't
it.
know if we got another teleport in us.
Adrian!
I mean, as a
Adrian's head pokes through a
Without having-
portal and he's staring at you. Just like angry now.
Oh, don't give me that look. We need to ride the Underdark.
His eyes narrow and like he's like, there's going to be a war and you're all running off to the Underdark again?
Not my idea.
we have to. There's something.
And with that, he snaps his fingers and you guys are in the Underdark.
Hopefully in the right spot.
We'll see. Roll me a d20.
Ah,
Aelin, you did this. Well, technically I did this, but you did
So,
this
Adrian,
too.
what they wish for? To be back in the Underdark. Oh, so you sent them where they needed to go? They're in the Underdark.
I rolled a 2.
We're in the Faerun Underdark. We meet Drizdo Erden. What the fuck?
This has been the longest day of my life.
Yeah, it's like midnight too. I will find this shit. I will find it. I will find the music. Where are you? I will find it.
And I know if that's good or bad, so I can not use my inspiration to re-roll.
No.
No.
Fuck. I've been keeping on to that for just such an occasion, too.
Use your inspiration to roll for the next time you decide like an idiot to go out into a city full of people whose blood is date rape drug.
Hey, y'all left him alone.
No, we didn't. We went to sleep and expected you to sleep.
You
That was the
slept
first
during the
mistake.
day. Yeah.
I'm just so glad I got that second part of the video done for today. I was trying to find a picture of Sylvanar for it, but there wasn't one, so I had to use
Yeah, I
the
don't have
guide
art
form.
fully done for her yet.
Oh,
I just
it
have
was
the
on a
line
guide
art.
Anyway.
Where the fuck is it? Which picture is it? There it is. You guys pop in a day later. It's been a day, right? Yeah, a day later, where your family still is, just like milling about. One of them, like some of the children, are chasing Dirg. Your mounts are there.
Looks at Messenger Owl. Hey, Strix.
Strix is just staring at you.
Lily, Strix, both. Looks over. Found everything going on. Not even a soul knew we were fucking gone for like.
Yeah, no one fucking knew shit. They just thought you went out into the city and came back at night.
Gross
A little
eyes.
whisper thank you to Adrian.
Ah, there you are. We've been waiting for you for some dinner.
Just
You see
breaks
Day
down.
just staring at you. The fuck?
Uh,
Why are you
on-
crying? What
On
happened?
his knees, mouth half open, just.
Just Day, eyes wide, not uncertain how to handle situations, slowly backing away.
Aahana looks at Day and it's like, we've had a very, very long journey right now.
I mean, it is a big city. I understand. You all take the time you need. We'll have someone bring you some food. She's like getting further away.
She says food. Oswald remembers he ate someone.
Oh, God.
Okay. She's gone. Actually gone.
We just dethroned 2 tyrants. Fucking stopped the destruction from giving a shit about destruction. And fucking
He just falls
Save
over when you say
the child of all
dethroned.
people. Why the fuck didn't we get those goddamn whatevers they were, the Solon boss? Well, we could have just done that while we we're out too.
I I needed somewhere to sit while I was retooling my kit to search for the child, so I ate her throne. I literally dethroned her.
I feel sick and upset at the world. Lifts up speaking stone. Kit.
That's a fucked up day you just had.
I'll try to be there in like a month.
Dog, you take your time.
Lower,
And with
lower speaking stone.
And with that, we come to the end of the first half of this game, specifically. The Aelin Ethereal arc comes to an end. You guys have achieved more than you think, because now you don't have nearly, like, normally there's like 3 arcs, but you guys you've narrowed it down to just 2. You just gotta kill, well, you gotta find the other, you have to find a new chosen child of Aelin Ethereal, because you gotta have all 4 to get Zach to take over, because he's not ready. It's a whole thing. Kind of like how they had to she had to re-empower the child to become Aelin Ethereal once again, because he was so broken. Zach is too new. He needs to be empowered, and you need all the children for that. So that's going to be a thing, but that's going to happen in the final arc of this campaign, the Du'un Thul arc. You've skipped over quite a bit. There's going to be no Lamia, the undead Lamia army thing going on. Silas will stop fucking meddling. You just need to get to the deeps and kill Du'un Thul. Simple, right? You're fine.
With a whole undead fleet in the way.
I just need to say this. I felt I needed to tell Red what Lufa wished for, and he was like, "Aw, that's sweet." I said, "Also, Oswald ate the queen." He said, "Oh, neat. That's fitting."
I mean, yeah.
Eat the rich.
All right. So with that, we're gonna go through a little time skip, about a month. What are you guys gonna be doing in that month?
Find my fucking dad.
Done. You find him and your mom both at home. Your mom is very apologetic. She said she was going to tell you the moment she thought she was probably safe. But, you know, she found your dad at home and decided, oh, so things probably got solved, so she's safe. And she was about to send you word, but then your dad distracted her for like a month.
You know that thing that happens where someone's like really, really upset and just starts beating on someone's chest, but not effectively at all?
Uh-huh.
That's what Oswald does to his mom.
And his dad, because his dad would like take the blow instead. He'd be like, no, over her.
You didn't pretend to be dead. She did. She deserves it.
So you spend a month at home?
Yes, I spend a month at home.
There is basically a teleportation network down here in this city because of this world soul being nearby. It's very magically active. They don't have a way back easily, but they can send you basically anywhere. So you get sent home for a month. You spend time with family.
And, you know, your rock.
Mm-hmm. Like, I show them, hey, Dad, look what I have.
He's very proud of you.
I'm just imagining, like, Oswald finally hooks up with a woman who's just as fucked up as he is, or at least he thinks so. He's like,
No.
you know, this is fine, whatever reason. And they're just in the bed, and it's like, just me, my best Primalist in the world boyfriend, and his 300,000 foot sized rock.
Let's move on.
Oh,
Aahana.
can I say what Lufa was doing during that month?
Sure. I thought she went with you.
She's going with me, but she's trying to go work for Diamond Tusk for a bit.
All right, yeah, she can do that. Aahana, what are you going to be doing for a month?
I would probably go back to help out Bazooka and Zokitty.
All right, you go and stabilize the Lamia Kingdom, correct?
Yep.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do for that? Or is that it? Just want to make sure.
I suppose she'd try and find her family, if she could.
All right. Guys, didn't take long enough. I couldn't, threaten your family. I'm sad. Like that was gonna be my way of keeping you. Like I was gonna send you I have like a half dead sister of yours like crawling up to you just screaming that your entire family's gone, and that would be the reason why you wouldn't wish for the spirits to come back. But I never got to that point because you guys moved a little too fast. My bad. So you guys did wish and make that correct choice. Congratulations. You only have one more thing to do to fucking win the good ending, and that's kill Du'un Thul.
sorry, I just imagine when you said you go stabilize Lamia Kingdom, my brain is so haywire. I just imagined her walking up with a pair of defibrillators to the kingdom.
Aelin, what will you be doing for the next month?
He'd just go home and help raise his kids.
Try to teach your
Okay.
dad to be a stable person.
He'd also tell his dad what he wished for.
Ah.
Be
He
like-
would want to go see Peace. Are you going to let him?
He'd go with him.
All right. For that one, I will say that he keeps his distance, but he has this like look on his face. Like he's taken to basically like looking like your dad again. Like I had art for it, but I didn't have it finished, so I'll show you that next time. But he's like, he looks at you, he's like, can I just, and then he turns into a black snake. He just like looks at her, like looks at you, like asking permission.
You'll nod.
He slithers on over, and you hear Peace exclaim in like the fucking field, like, not Peace, her name's Liliana. He exclaim in the field, "Oh my god, look at this cute little snake!" And she holds up, like, you see Silas, and you see him like being held up by this girl, this little pink tiefling, and she just runs inside, and you see Fenris, and you hear Fenris go, "What the fuck?"
You just see
No,
Silas
wait,
thrown out
Fenris
the
was,
window.
Fenris was banished when he saw the snake. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, wouldn't he recognize it?
And what are you
Just
are you
fucking-
gonna do anything? Are you gonna go in and explain anything, or no?
Nah, he'll just like be leaning against the fence outside, just smiling.
All right.
He'd managed to fix something for once.
You actually hear in your head that he tells you, he's like, "I'm not gonna not be a snake for a long time. I'm just gonna be her pet for a while. You don't have to worry about me."
Alright, good. And he will just make his way back
Promises
home.
to stop by monthly to see his grandchildren.
That.
There you go. That is your month. And Wilk.
Well, one of the first things he's going to do with his messenger owl and his two mounts always fighting him at every chance they can get, he's going to get Friend's amulet mailed to her and her new family.
Ah, so you find out where.
Yeah.
They're staying in Elendil, so you basically just end up sending her the amulet there. You know she's not going to remember anything, but now she's got a weird gift from some random dude. Who do you detail it's from?
A friend from another life.
All right. What else do you do for the month?
He's going to go to the Dwarven City,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to properly make sure that he is integrated as fucking Kit's quarter, as it were,
Ah,
to
so you're
really
gonna do.
fuck with people as well.
So you're gonna do like an official, like, public display of, "I'm asking you to marry me,"
Essentially. And he's gonna do that in like the deep
and she's
Dwarf
gonna
form.
like be like, "Okay, like this is super romantic, Wilk, but you know I'm gonna ask you." And so she gets down on a knee in her dwarf form. Do you accept?
He will, and he'll whisper, "We can fuck with that robot later too if you want. I brought it."
So you and Kit spend a good month together, getting to really know each other despite the fact that you're engaged, and fucking with an ancient robot.
And the only other thing I do is I make sure Inky is with us during that whole time, because I want to learn more about that sword now that they've also got their dragon steel and shit.
Oh, so you would deliver the dragon steel? Well, I mean, Inky refuses to leave the sword, you know this.
Yeah, but that's her family. That's Kit's family, so I'm gonna stop by occasionally.
Oh, you want her to take a month off of work.
If she's willing to. If not,
So she's
I'll
been
spend most of my
staying
time
down
with
there,
her.
because it's a bit of a walk back to the Frostkeep.
I'll spend most of my time with her then, but I will make sure that stuff's delivered. There's more that
Okay.
needs for it, but it's a start.
Alright. Done, done, done.
Oh yeah, have we gotten all of our dragon metal?
By now.
By the time you start the next arc, when you guys finally meet up again, yes, you will have your steel delivered to the New Alden residence, or the Rock, whichever one you guys chose.
I think we chose rock.
The Rock.
Yeah, Oswald's gonna bring you your steel. Don't worry.
Ah, should have. We'll need to go past the elves again. I need to ask Aelin for a branch.
I have no idea. Oh wait, if you're asking Aelin for a branch, she'll give you a branch. Don't worry.
Wow.
So, for the I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get things done for the next like session. I apologize. I hope I can have a session next week. If not, I apologize. I'll try to let you know as soon as possible. I got a lot of work to do. I gotta draw, like, do Unthul and make a thing for it.
I just have to ask, what were my parents' reactions when I explained that I ate the queen?
Your mom looks horrified. Your dad, he never has expression, so he's just staring at you and nodding slowly.
I thought you died! Also, the guy that ended up killing you is apparently cool now if you ever want to meet him and, I don't know, punch him.
The one that killed him was a girl, so he's a little confused by that.
The guy who sent the girl.
Ah, is he interesting?
Yes, and he just explains everything he knows about Silas.
Slow nodding, then yeah, he wants to meet him, he wants to get an ability, of course.
Mm-hmm. Also, of course, showing off Eldronga grandchildren.
He loves them.
Oh god, I just realized.
I'm just
what
imagining there's
doing.
going to be a fight of like, I don't see why you're so upset. We have grandchildren now. Don't you start, mister! He's not going to get another wish. He can't bring you back. Don't make me kill you.
With that, I guess we can call this session early.
And one last thing, Wusan's
What?
doing a scam.
What?
He's saying that the Firebeards can't light him on fire, so he's saying that for each one that tries, it's a copper or more to cast a fireball at him to try to take him out. How rich is
He is
Wusan?
arrested for causing horrific damages to the foundation of the mountain as every Firebeard casts a fireball at once.
Roll me 30d6.
Before they realize he's immune to fire.
Well, that's why you get like 1 to 6 people trying a day.
87 copper for Wusan.
Before he finally gets fined.
And the ones that find out he's like immune to fire, they're like, "Oh, so you think?" And then he can just go with them with the whole, "Oh, so you're too weak to burn me? You think fire immunity is going to actually stop me from burning?"
Your flames aren't hot enough.
See,
I'm just waiting for the one smart one to walk up with a bunch of lighter fluid, dump it on him, and light the lighter fluid on fire.
right? And that, I guess, we'll end it for today. I know it's a little early one, but you guys kind of got through the end of it pretty quickly.
Yeah. How much XP did we get?
For completing this, like, for that contract, it's 5,000 XP each. Oswald got, though, an extra.
Yeah, give me a second. I have the sheet up right here. So you killed the equivalent of an Archmage by yourself. Those are considered a CR 12, so 8,400 XP.
On top
Jesus
of the
Christ.
5,000.
So you said 8,400?
Yes, on top of the 5, yeah. Which is funny because, like, they have spells in here they can cast up to 9th level. So it's a very fitting stat block for something like that level 20 wizard. But what makes me laugh is that it's like the Archmage casts these specific spells on itself before combat, but it's like the surprise round wouldn't have done a damn thing.
Yeah, she died in one round, and it was a surprise round. It wasn't even a full round. It wasn't even. There was no initiative to combat. She died in the surprise round.
So wait, we all got 5,000, or do
Yes.
we need to split up the 5,000?
Everyone got 5,000.
Okay.
Oswald got an additional 8 something on top of it for killing the queen.
Did he get an infusion, or did it not count because he ate the soul?
I think he has everything from elves.
Oh shit, I'm level 12.
I don't have much
close.
from elves at all.
Just
She's an unblessed, so you have magic resistance.
Yeah.
You have
I don't have their inability to be put to sleep by magic.
I don't think they have that.
Oh, alright, then I guess.
She's an unblessed half elf. So like my elves, remember?
Alright. I don't know what the unblessed half elves. I don't know what they get. So I
don't have a
probably
lot
haven't.
written down for them. That's why I'm saying like I don't think they have anything.
We'll just
I think
say I
it's very
ate
like
her whole soul.
it's like
I
it's
ate
like
her soul.
it's like Lamia.
Innate
They have
castings and shit.
yeah, they have that sort of shit.
Nothing better than ooze form, I assure you.
You know, like how you had yours in my game reject something. He just rejects the infusion and eats it.
Okay.
You don't want nothing from her.
In that month, by the way, the city will stabilize and Sylvanar will quote unquote sort of take the throne. I have to ask, Aelin,
Yes.
are you wanting to retire Aelin now that he has a family and going on and make a new character so that you can quote unquote rule, or are you gonna like use your wives and Sylvanar for that?
I have until next session to decide, right?
Sure.
I will message you midweek and let you know. Because I do have ideas for another character, but at the same time, Aelin will please see this through with everyone.
Sorry, what?
Like, I have a lot of ideas for a new character, but Aelin would more than likely want to see this through with his friends.
Mhm. All right. Well, whenever you decide, are your ideas like from my world for once, or are you gonna keep bringing in travelers?
I am actually gonna go look through your compendium. Probably
Fuck
the right word.
yeah! I'm looking forward to you fucking making Steve. You played in the world long enough, you know it now. Come on.
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
He didn't even get to be an artificer like
Now,
he wanted
if you
to.
go through the homebrew section and see a race that you'd like to try out, I can make a stat block for it. That's not that big a deal for me. If I don't have one done already, you know?
Check the homebrew stuff for lists of races that may not be listed in Google Docs, by the way.
Yeah,
They're
basically
in a
was what I'm
list.
saying.
Let you know by midweek.
Thank you, because that'll give me time.
Yeah.
I have a lot of shit to do. And plus, I may not do session next week, give myself time. You know what? I'm going to call it here. No session next week, the week after I will hopefully have everything done.
That
Sound
being
good?
said, what do we
Mhm.
call the session?
Yeah, what do you guys want to call the session?
Brutal endings?
Fumbling
Cycle?
our way to victory.
Happy trauma. Happy trauma day. There we go.
All right.
It's a brand new year.
You guys ended on the new year.
In real life, at least.
So
After the
I
month
think
in
I'm definitely
September.
level 12 now.
Congratulations.
If you're at 100,000 XP or more, you are. Which you should be. You got like an extra 8,400.
Ah, Pinky, thank you for linking Lynetta, sorry. That's basically the inspiration I had.
Yeah.
I'm
Less
only
horrifying than I thought.
15k away from level 13.
We did a lot of grinding in the Underdark, okay? Come on, come on.
5,000 away from level 12.
Let's just go find it. Wait, how much XP did they get for killing the king?
They didn't. Oh, that's true.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
Split that between you two.
The,
It'd be an archmage again.
Alright, so me
They were
and
on par with each
Aahana
other.
each get 4,200 more. And
Yes.
are you exactly 5,000 away, Aahana?
No, 1 second. How much was it?
4,200 for you and then for me.
I've got
Ah!
a number as well. I have
I'm
a whole list of things I need.
199 beneath.
Do you need an extra 200 XP?
I'm at 99,801.
Can I just give her 200 of my XP?
Sure.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna say, you could just go kill something in that month-long break.
I mean, I'd be stabilizing the government. There's well, it's probably a few people we have to kill.
Where'd you get that extra XP from? Oh, just a little family matter. Just walk up to your parents and just, 200 XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aelin, if you choose to stay as Aelin, make sure you let me know so we can actually figure out what pet you're gonna get in that month as well.
Because there's gonna be a whole overlay thing too, and arts.
And Lila's not gonna want to go with you on adventures. She's got her own life to live now.
What a
Hello?
She'll still be your
Hello.
familiar though.
Name.
Hi.
She's still your familiar, but
Black peppers.
She will do as she's told.
I see you saw me eat that woman.
Have we decided on a name yet, by the way, so I can end the stream?
Yeah, it was
Happy
Happy
Trauma
Trauma
Day.
Day.
Happy Trauma Day.
Oh, God. Okay, happy trauma day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.